wouldn't get them hoochies Levi. You can feel the thunder when I'm spitting OKC style. Give me 35 bars, you zeros to work me off with 9 to 5 jobs. Born to be star, my level above par. Treacherous measurement, million inches above yours. You better get settled and I'm feeling you too soft. Nigga, you too soft, young rebel, I can't they call you rebel. And everything I spit is a flame. Got the whole crowd screaming my name. Yeah, they screaming the rebel. Everything y'all spit is the same. So they say the game in need of a change. So they calling the rebel. And everything I spit is a flame. Got the whole crowd screaming my name. Yeah, they screaming the rebel. Everything y'all spit is the same. So they say the game in need of a change. So they calling the rebel.
That was fire. I hear that so long now.
And like I said, that is like one of my favorite. Hopefully I got this now. I don't know. We'll see. If not, we got a hard body. I really like to have it on mine though. It says that it's streaming. It says it's streaming, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, let me stop this because yeah.
Perfect.
But that song right there, I remember like the first time I listened to it, and I was like, holy shit. Because this has always been like my little, not my belief, but my my observation. I make a lot of observations. My observation has been that a lot of battle rappers who are really great at battle rapping can't make a song worth shit.
That's also true.
And there's a lot of people who can make music but can't battle rap for a shit. And there are a select few that I have come across that I'd be like, yo, yeah, they got it. They can combine the two, exactly. Like, you know. So, I mean, I was already familiar with everybody else in Team Cream. Me and Savage have known each other since when I first came in the scene in 2007.
Wow, you're right.
You know, I knew his music. I've taken pictures of him in 2008 when I first started taking pictures and stuff. We've, you know, one of my favorite pictures, we laugh about it. I'll post it up. He's like, you had to post that picture. We were at the Black Hole Club, and he was sitting in a chair, and Mika was taking a picture of him. Well, I walked in, and I sat on his lap. Now, I don't sit on nobody's lap, but at that time, I was smaller than what I am now. I was still big, but I was small. And I sat on his lap, and we took a picture, and that's like one of my favorite pictures, because it was just a goofy moment.
Yes. Back when it was fun. Yeah,
right.
I heard it was a lot of fun back then.
Yes, it was absolutely so much fun. So Savage and I have history. I met Bones and Flint and Poe through pit fights.
Right.
So, you know, it was because of Savage that I actually met Flint, because we were talking on the page one day, and they were talking about, I don't know if that's when we were talking about the family, who everybody was. And I was Aunt Aquanetta, or Aunt Aquanette, who nobody knows is white until you see her.
Right.
And she always got a bottle of hot sauce in her purse. So they were talking about me talking, when I talk or whatever. And Flint got on there and says, oh, I've got to hear this. I was like, no, you don't. So it was an event at 5 Seasons. Savage like, there he is right there. And I was like, I was not talking. He was just like, listening. He was waiting for it. So finally I was like, yo, I'm not saying nothing, because that's the only thing. That's the only reason why you want. He was like, oh my God. Right. So I had taken pictures of him at a Grind Time battle. He was standing behind Grand.
Okay, yes.
I did, I took pictures, and he was in the picture. He was like, oh, you took pictures? I said, I wasn't taking pictures of you. I was taking pictures of the crowd. You just happened to be there. And like I said, and Bones, through battle rap, and Don Poe the same way. So
shout out to all those guys, man.
And I have said this time and time again, Team Cremate is a combination of artists who are wonderful apart, solo artists, but when you bring that chemistry, there's a chemistry that you all have.
And now, I've never seen that, ever. Where it's everybody can, other than the industry, Wu-Tang and stuff like that, everybody just breaks off, and it's everybody's still good. Even right. So I'm these fire.
That's for me. as I say, I'm a people watcher. I make a lot of observations. I sit back, I watch people, I watch things. I've been in this scene for a while. So I've seen things and seen people, and I watch groups come together, and I've watched them just break apart. And it's like, I really, when it comes to groups, I have a bad feeling about them.
Right.
Because I'm just waiting for that
ego trip and everybody to get on the,
everybody, and like, because everybody is good individually, and like right now, because you and I had this conversation in inbox about how you're concentrating more on the battles.
Right, exactly.
And I'm all for it. Everybody's behind you.
It's nothing like we are doing. I think everybody's doing solo projects right now. I'm the only one that's just doing battle raps. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna support my brothers, all the way, just like I know they're gonna support me. So it's like, let's just do something to keep the name going, and then we can come back. Right.
So that's why, like, I was really happy to see that you all dropped the gift too.
Yes. Yeah.
It took forever for the 11th letter to come out.
That's because I'm slow. Like, Bones and Savage, they were on top of everything. Like, they really were. Me and Flint started kicking in, and then I'm slow when it comes to it. I was trying to juggle everything, battle rap, having a child and all that. It was all crazy.
Yes, my little baby Chloe,
my Kate baby. So it was like,
I'm gonna tell you that there's like, I have love for everybody in this scene.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that they almost everybody calls me Mama Lisa.
Right, exactly.
Division calls me Paparazzi, that's my special name from them.
Division, shout out.
And so I have a lot of love for a lot of different people. And there's certain people that I will go above and beyond for. And it's just because of the connection. When that baby was born, I went up to the hospital.
Yeah, you did. You were there. You held her. She was, 2 days old? Oh, man.
Yes. There's just certain people. Then I went out and I bought my granddaughter some things, and I bought Chloe a couple of things.
Yes, and we appreciate everything.
That's just
my baby shower, taking pictures, like it was, it's all love. It's family.
Right. So, everybody, like, I would show people the picture, and I'd be like, oh my God, look how big she is, but she's so tiny. And I was like, she was done for that day. She was like,
she ain't care about nothing. I think they gave her needles and something else. It was big. She was done.
So there's like I said, I have a special connection with and it's not very many people. There's a handful of people. When Flint's son was born, I tried to steal him, but he wouldn't let me. Kayla tried to steal him too.
Yes.
That's
nephew
Murder's girlfriend, and they now have a son.
Yeah, they have a beautiful baby boy.
So
just as big as Murder.
Yes, he came out that big.
So big. He's so big.
He came out that big.
Yes.
So, and it's funny to see, because like when I first started being a part of pit fights way back when, it's been about 7-8 years now.
Right.
When I started, and to see like everybody that's still a part of it, Apex has a daughter. You have a daughter. Murder's got a son now. Everybody's having these babies. And I'm like, oh, they all growing up. They all having family.
And because I'm looking at it like I'm so young, and then I'm looking at like Pax was young too. Pax is not that much older than me, but Murder is too. I'm like, dang, these guys is like, it's crazy. And I'm like, oh, I'm older now, and I'm doing it. And so I'm like, wow. Like, we really old. Like we old men. Like,
but you're really not. It's
I know.
It's that you've been doing this. You've been doing the music.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Because I had a conversation with your mom. I think I had a conversation with your mom, or was it you? I think it was your mom, talking about computer files of you recording, like you have on the computer, like you had all these files on the computer.
That's when I started. I started rapping at 15. Well, I started taking rap seriously at 15. I've been rapping as a kid and just writing little things, but I started taking it serious at 15, and I didn't know how to record, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put it on Facebook. I'm gonna get it on the webcam. My mother bought a big computer with a built-in webcam, so I'm gonna rap on his camera, and I started getting a lot of like school love, school love, and it was crazy. Then one of my homeboys that I played basketball with was like, I'm gonna get you. I got my big brother. He got a recording studio on Lyndhurst in Emerson Avenue, Grindaholic Beat. If you don't know him, he used to be with K-Mac and he started like. Not really. Was it gospel? No, yeah, he switched and started doing the gospel. Yeah, he started doing the gospel.
Started like gospel rap.
Yep, and then before that, he was Grindaholic Beat.
Yep,
and he got me started recording in studios, and I recorded like seriously. I recorded in the studio before. My father, he used to do raw DOC that was big in Baltimore. So that was one thing.
I was just talking about your dad last week on my show.
Yeah, like. Now we own clubs, Cheat Day Bar and Grill and stuff like that, man. He's amazing too. Like it's crazy. Like it's a crazy thing. And but I didn't want to lean on him to help me support, so I wanted to do my own thing. But went to Lyndhurst and started rapping, and that's when it all started.
Because I think I was talking to your mom one day, and it must have been, I was at the baby shower. It was just talking about, somehow it was like, all these files on, all these recordings are on the computer from where you were rapping and everything. And I just thought it was so, because she truly is like supportive of you.
Yes, yeah. Mom Dukes is definitely major
because
support system.
For your birthday one year, she hit me up and asked me to send her a picture and I think I sent her a couple pictures.
Yeah. I still got them.
And she wanted to pay me for them, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Just go ahead.
She's amazing.
So she, I'm always happy when I hear stories about how parents are very, behind everybody that you want to do music, okay, instead of a parent saying you're wasting your time.
Exactly. I mean, our situation is. We had a rough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got a rough thing going on. So we just getting it together. A couple years as family, we got it all, So it's like, do whatever that's not out here. Like, especially now, like, there's nothing out here. So it's like,
nothing.
Just whatever that's out here.
It's going to keep, anything is going to keep you from being out the street or in jail.
Anything, that's how and that's what it is. So it's like, she cool with that. And I'm like, it's better than being out here chilling like I could have been. I could have been. So it's like I'm good. Like I like being in the house.
Another person that's really got your back too is your sister Ashley.
Yeah. Oh man.
Another event that I was a part of. See, this is a thing that gets me is when I get invited to personal things. Yeah. And we had a graduation party for you at Five Seasons when you graduated high school.
It was, and it wasn't but 15, maybe 10 people there, maybe 10, and it was amazing. I had fun.
Yeah, because my kids were there. Yeah. My daughter was actually pregnant at the time with my grandson.
Yeah.
And Ashley, like I said, ever since that day, me and Ashley have had this friendship.
Yeah, it's all family. It's all connected.
We were it was last year. It was not this past Deathmas because I wasn't there, but the one before when you went up against O-Dub. And O-Dub said some slick shit. And Ashley was next to me, and I had to remind her.
Oh, it's a battle. Yeah, I do remember that. Ashley.
I was like, Ashley, it's just a battle, sweetie. Calm down. It's just and I think you can hear me on camera telling her.
Hey, I do hear you hear Ashley. Like you hear that. You hear Ashley.
But she's very protective over you. Yeah. So I like seeing that because a lot of people. When you see on Facebook or you see these people up on stage or whatever, and you don't see what's behind all that.
Right.
Exactly. You guys have hit soundstage a few times. Who all have you opened up for? What stage have you shared with some industry artists?
We shared The Lox, Griselda, Jadakiss by himself, Onyx. Man, it's so many people. Like in Rams Head, we've shared the stage. We did Rams Head. Like,
and that's a lot of people. See, people don't understand. There's a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to be on those two stages, especially
locally. Yeah. Like when you're a local artist, like Yeah, good luck. Good luck. You gotta really be out here and really like your music has to be good,
right?
And your performance also has to be.
So on that note, but I'm glad you said that. I don't know if you happen to see my post that I made the day after Ja Rule was here on Wednesday.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was there. And I'm gonna tell you, everybody wanted to talk shit on Facebook about Ja Rule. The show was sold out. It was packed from front to back, side to side.
Of course.
And he gave a hell of a fucking performance. But the second act that went on, I don't know dude from Adam's ass. I don't. And I don't mean no disrespect to anybody that does know him. But the very first song that he didn't know the words to his own song.
Low Waters?
Yeah.
Wow. See? Should have had Team Cremate on that stage. We don't mess up like that.
I'm saying, and you guys probably could have done some of the songs from Crate Tape to match, because everybody said, oh, he gonna do chick songs. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I was happy. Look, he had on a sweatshirt. He took the sweatshirt off.
Yeah.
So he just had his shirt on. And I was like, damn, John, he done bulked up some.
Yeah, beefing with 50 Cent, you gotta get your rep back up. You gotta get your rep
So
back
of course, then when he took his shirt off, everybody, all the girls, and I just went, huh. That's all I did.
He got a million chick songs and he out there with his shit.
But that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's Ja Rule. It's hits. They were hits.
All of them.
Oh, every last one that he played was, I bet they were hits.
Yes. So my thing is, I have an issue. Like I had put it on Facebook, and I have an issue with rapping over your vocals. I have a personal issue with that, because what tends to happen is if you have your vocals on there, it's because you're taking it straight from your mixtape or your album and you're putting it on it. So then those vocals are going to be louder than you. So one of two things is going to happen. I'm not going to be able to hear you, or you're going to be yelling and you're going to end up losing your voice.
Exactly.
I want to be able, just like with a singer. I don't know the girl's name. I forget her name. She was on stage with Ashley Sierra. Is it Ja Ivy?
Ja Ivy. Fire.
Let me tell you, I got chills just now. She got off stage and she walked over to where we were at, because I was by the stage, and I looked at her. I said, "You have a pure voice." And she was like, "Thank you so much." I was like, because I like with singers, I want to be able to hear you. I don't want to hear the track, because I can go back here to the studio and I can get Six to record me and make me sound like Mariah Carey.
Exactly.
But when I get on stage, I'm not going to sound like Mariah.
Exactly.
So whenever, and I hear it in the argument is the sound system sucks and this, that. Okay, for one, this is a sound stage.
Right.
If the sound system sucks, it's because you didn't go to sound check.
And that's a fact. Because there's times where Jadakiss and looked over at the mic like, turn it, and we, hey, turn this, do this, and he'll do it, and
right,
we right back and we good. So it's
right.
like,
so my whole thing is, I don't like people, and the guy wasn't rapping over his tracks, so that's how I knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
Another thing I have an issue with when it comes to performances is having 2,000 people on stage with you, because I'm watching a drunk ass that's falling all over himself back there.
Exactly.
And I'm not watching and paying attention to you. Or I've watched now, because what I call them now is these are YouTube artists. They're getting their notoriety and fame off of YouTube. They've never really hit the stage.
Exactly.
So when they do hit the stage, their mic is down here. They're jumping over the stage. Yeah. They're not rapping in the mic. And I actually seen this at Summer Jam.
That's what they do. They don't know what it takes to actually rock a crowd.
Right. And another, like, one thing that I've always liked and I've noticed about Team Cremate performing is you guys have such a connection with each other, because you are like brothers, that you all don't run over top of each other when you're on stage. It's almost like you all have rehearsed this, and you know, this one goes over here. What song? The Burn Everything, the one that, not the very original one.
Oh yeah.
They went, I have a picture of them, the guys doing the same thing at the same time, and it's just like, did they rehearse this? And then when I talked to them, like, no, we didn't rehearse. It was just something we did.
We don't work. When we did the combo, and we all rapping together. we started. It was one Freeway. We opened up a Freeway and PD Crack. We opened up for him. Flint said something, and Bones pushed him out the way. I came in and pushed Bones out the way. Flint came in and pushed me out, and everybody just kept pushing each other out, and it was like something that we just came out of the blue. It was like, because I guess we was mad or whatever, we started going off, and then ever since then we've been doing the same stuff. And it's been like, it just worked. Everybody loved it. So it's like, we don't rehearse nothing. The thing that we do before a show, we stand behind, we play the what's the name? We play the track, the show set. The show set, right? We play it, and we go over the lyrics to make sure we got the lyrics right as we doing it. And then we go on stage. So it's like, we never rehearse any of that. Anything that comes off the stage, it comes naturally. And that's why people, you know, they love it. Because it's not like we trying to do anything. It's just what comes off as, you know, when we rapping. Like, I got a high energy off the stage. Because when I see a lot of people, especially when we open up for the lots, and it was so many people. Like, I couldn't contain the energy that I had. I just went off. So
I wanted to go to that show, but my pocket. Plus, soundstage, I gotta always jump through hoops to get my camera inside. But yeah, I've got a few of those pictures of you being so hyped. Like, it's just
veins poking out, like I'm screaming.
See, I love those kinds of shots.
Yeah, I do too.
Those are like my favorite kinds of shots, because that shows the passion of what you're doing. And what like when I take pictures of Division, what I actually do, if anybody even pays attention to me, but they don't, I try to get pictures of the whole team together. It's kind of hard because there's four of you.
Yeah, it is. And we spread the stage.
Right. So every once in a while I might be able to get a shot with all four of you. But then I try to get individual shots. And then I try to get like 2 and 2. And then these two and these two. Like, I try to be able to get the combination shots. That way everybody's got these shots. So, and the intensity, like, what was it? I recorded Barbarians, I think. I recorded one song. I recorded Tell Me too. I recorded Tell Me. It was kind of out of focus. My camera was acting all crazy. Some of it was out of focus, but people got the gist of it. And then I think I recorded Barbarians from Soundstage. Yeah,
and Autobar too.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a couple of them.
Got a couple.
But
we appreciate
it. It's like you all were performing out at Vanity Room one night.
Oh,
and I
said,
I asked Bones, I said, am I taking pictures or am I recording? He was like, recording. He had to stop and think.
Had to think about it, yeah.
Had to think about it. He's probably thinking, we've got like 5 million damn pictures that we don't even go all the way through. So, but yeah, like
I go all the way through all of mine. I don't know about the whole team cremates, but I go.
But yeah, so actually I wanna play something. Like, I was trying to find songs that, you know, would show your abilities in rapping, I guess. You know, so I took a couple. Like I said, I had to play Return of the Rebel because that right there was like an introduction.
Yeah, that was the first song I recorded with him. That was the first, that was the first beat I got, and that was the first song that I recorded.
That was off of
Welcome to the Inferno.
Yeah, and I believe that's the one. I think that's the CD. No, was it which one was it? One of y'all's CDs we had to listen to on the way to the hospital when Cashmere was in labor.
Oh, that was
The Declaration.
The Declaration. That was Keep Calm and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah.
Was it The Declaration?
Yeah, I think
so. Yeah, I think it was The Declaration.
Yeah, my daughter had to put. I looked at her. I said, "Really, this is what we're going to listen to? You're in labor." She was like, "Yeah, it's keeping me calm." Keep Calm was keeping her calm.
Yep, exactly. Because Poe crazy.
So was Cashmere.
Poe and Novocaine.
So, you know, like, not only am I a fan of the music, my kids are fans of the music as well. So, you know, just a funny story. My truck went into the shop in Pac-Man's shop.
Yeah, right.
So my truck had sat for a long time before I could get the money together to get a new transmission. It ended up in the junkyard anyway, with a $1,300 transmission in it. Yes, cry. So anyway, I get the truck back. I turn the radio on, and Cheap Cremate is in the radio. It was left in there like all these months. It was sitting in there. But to let you all know something, I did buy Beautiful Ashes. I already had Beautiful Ashes because Savage had sent it to me. Yeah. And then I turned around and I bought Beautiful Ashes. Yeah. And that's a great. I had the physical copy of The Declaration, physical copy of Welcome to the Inferno, but I also had it on my phone. So yeah. Supporter. Supporter. So I wanted to try to figure out a few songs to play, and I come across a couple of them that were like kind of my favorites. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play one. I don't know if I'll play two. It all depends on how I feel right now. Might play them back to back. I don't know. But yeah. So I want y'all to listen to this because I want you to listen to the beats, and then because these are very well-known beats, and then I want you to listen to Rebel and whoever else is on the track, because it's kind of hard to find just Rebel tracks. It is. So I don't do a whole lot of solos, and I apologize about that. I like the team coming. So yeah, I want y'all to listen to the beats because you're gonna recognize the beats, but I want you to listen to the words that are being said and see if he achieved what I always want people to achieve when they do industry beats: make the songs their own. So yeah, let's take a listen.
Oh man!
Wasn't ready for that one, was you?
No, not at all.
This crazy this the crazy.
Yeah.
You were listening to
don't you start. Don't start.
DJ,
I think it did. I'm gonna have to start this. Yeah, hold up. Okay, we're going to start this over. Let's start this over.
It's getting too hot. That's all.
We've been having issues with this damn program for some reason.
It's all good. It was too much for y'all. That's all.
It was too much. It was just too much. Oh my. And of course it went out again. I hate this. I apologize. This thing is acting crazy again today. But that's all right. We're going to get through it. Fine
with me. I like to talk anyway.
All right, let's try this again. It was working just so fine. So, yeah, let's try this again.
There we go.
Okay. Shout out to the young.
Yeah, you can smell it, right? You can smell it, yeah. Find your ashtray. It's ashtray right outside of that water cooler. You just they smoke everything.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
You were listening to the Transition King. DJ, yes, you heard. Great tape. Team Cremate. Yeah. Yo, yeah, to the throne. Rebel. Watch me kill it, though. Let's go. It's Team Cremate, nigga. And I am Rebel. Great tape, nigga. The bad guy. Sip the lean as a drink. 5 niggas in the line down to the rat bar. Think you slick, I know you changed for the last time. When you get sick to God, nigga, don't ask why. I'm on the ladder, you can't climb. You see me, only keep the realest around. That's all GP. Cheeseheads running the ball, that's IGB. Y'all niggas running the bad forward. Cheap lease, Rebel on the kill streak. But niggas off to be talking that they be bossing they diamonds or how they meals be. Guess only the real see. Cause I always see them walking fake dudes at McDonald's getting the meal see. I'm off that if any money evolved. The young nigga going Kobe with my ass on the ball. That mean you get no passes just to look when I score. A nigga don't like it now and catching up to the jaw. Rebel. Oh, man.
I miss him.
First of all, I'm spelling cream with a K now. It's K-Town. My new crib came with a gate clown. Fresh off the Greyhound. What a trade pound. And it's about to get ugly like A-Town. I've been getting money since Wallabies was popular. Caught my first charge, they spotted me with binoculars. Since then, I had to hit her in the band, though. The jack boy caught a hole the size of a manhole. Yeah, I know, I'm always shooting niggas, but you don't really want to see what I do to niggas. Stupid with it. The roof on the coupe is missing. Got it off that Bobby Brown, it's the new edition. Put a cape on these bars, it was super real. Can't see me, nigga, I got supervision. Who you know nicer than Dime Pole? They lying, yo. You a Huffy, I'm a motherfucking dino. Pay my jellies in a couple of the rhinos. And they be waiting in the bushes of your condo. Ain't no King Combo. I'm sad to draw them old school like Sherman letters and Zabatos. It's a rap for yo. When I start rapping, yo, it feel like the schoolhouse building when I was rapping blow. Nigga mention my name, then I'm slapping, yo. Creamy, K-Town. Take body shit, the words ain't matching your actions like a karate flip. Damn, that's my hobby, bitch. It's my nigga Tom Boy. You already know what's up, Rebel. It's a great take. Screaming. We back in the season. Shout out Pit Fight. Two times.
Wait till you hear the next song is getting ready to play.
What up? It's your boy Savage the Beast repping that infamous. Right now you tuned in to Transition King Radio with my boy DJ Mr. Hurd. Know that K's up. Whoop.
Oh, right where you stand. Love this great team. I love everything we do. This great team. What's up, man? Sad.
I say, let me explain this to you. My nigga, it's a great team. None of y'all better than us. I don't give a fuck. Say it to whoever you want. Come and see what's up. Bars on deck, they never run out. I don't give threats. They just put the gun in your mouth. Tell you talk tough now, all I'm hearing is mumbling. No stumbling, get the job done quick, one shot, one kill. None of y'all sick, damn, you ain't ill. Give them chills, soon as they make a run back. It's a retake, y'all getting tapped. We put it on replay, and all my niggas sat there, part of the heat wave. And no, I ain't cliche, just play the beast if I heard of it. Tired of nutball brands, never heard of it. Tell them all stop, cremate, we got this. Head of the plane, fly in the man in the cockpit. Gun on my waist, knife in my hand. Telling you how it's I'm I don't wanna talk, I ain't trying to fight with you, man. Trying to get it over quickly, right? You stand, some say I'm trifling. Sometimes I'm like, Eli Gangstar, leave you right, you stand. What? Just lose my swag, but I need a truck. Stop the color of fruit punch. So use a poop punch. Your girl's a true slut.
I'm in the middle of an interview.
I moved up.
I'm in the middle of the interview.
Spanish got a plane with the Mexican. And my bitch ran like a stop sign. Pussy on a one. From the state on the grind, deep like Gangstar, leave right, you stand. What? Your gangsters cosmetic. Banging from the hip, yup, see if that nigga get up. Ain't never falling, don't never look for a slip up. Better on the job, when we talking, you get it, what's up? Bring this, keep it cool, and your niggas is getting ripped up. Gotta have that joint all slanted, the way it pick up. And you can be the first on my list to get your shit bust. Came a long way from doing my dirt for a quick buck. Don't make me relapse on a nigga that ain't shit, bruh. I'm a problem that just can't be solved. Get involved, and that's a problem that you can't be solved. So shit, don't act like this thing can't be bumped. I count down before I had this rocket lift you off. You in the streets doing nothing, better go get a job. I don't worry about the block like I ain't lifting my guard. Never a problem. Killing off you with niggas off and leave you right where you stand. That's the easiest job. Gun on my waist, knife in my hand. I'm telling you cowards, I'ma leave you there right where you stand. I don't wanna talk, I ain't trying to fight with your man. It's nice by deep block and
Yeah, big drum.
That was fire.
See, I had to play those two because,
Oh,
like
man.
I said, the first one, The Return of the Rebel, was like I said, was your introduction.
Yeah, it really
And then
was.
these two songs, like they kind of like you can see,
Established it, yeah,
you can see like
the growth.
yeah.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I had to keep up with Bones. Like, I had to keep up with Flint. I had to keep up with Savage. I had to. Poe is like, it's like his rap. Like these dudes' rapping styles. Like when I first jumped in, I jumped onto a moving train. Like these dudes were full.
It was almost like double dutch.
Yeah,
like,
it was like
okay.
Like you guys, all right, you got this. You got Save Me. What? All right, Return It Up. I got it. All right. Bones do Young Nigga. So all right, I got it. I'm in there. Like it's like I had to find my place and
right.
I had to keep up. Like I had to keep up, and that's what made me a better. Well, at the time they were all battle rapping too, so I had to keep up with them in battle rap. I had to watch.
Except for Savage.
Savage was always he was out of it. He was long gone from battle rap before I jumped in. But even when we go to New York and we went to different places, it was like people know Savage. People was going up like, yo, remember when you battled Old Red and y'all did this in Block City, and it was like, damn, yo, I gotta keep up with that. Like I got to. Like I gotta be the one that keeps up with it. And it's like so far that's what my goal is. I'm not trying to be better than anybody that's already known. I'm trying to match up with how my expectations of Bones and them. Like that's how I feel.
Right.
Team Cremate is who I'm trying to impress, and they already impressed and proud of me. But it's like,
yeah, but you still gotta you still trying
I'm
to
still
prove.
trying to improve. Right, exactly. Improve to them. Like I want them to look at me like, yo, he's up there with us now. And they may feel like that now, but I don't feel like I'm up there with them. So that's why I'm like, I gotta get up there with them.
I'm going to say this, and like I said, watching you in the battle scene, you know, we talked about the music, and I got a couple more little surprises here that I want to play, you know, before we leave out of here tonight. But I want to go back on the battle scene. You have worked your way up into pit fights to where you got to, well, okay, let me give you a little bit of history for those who are listening or going to be watching this later on. A few years ago, I don't know what provoked it, but all of a sudden we were going to have a King of the Pit, which I thought was rightfully, should have been going on for a while anyway.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we had other competitions, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You know, different things that was going on.
That kind of solidified the top tiers of it.
Right.
So then the kingdom, you know,
So decided to have the King of the Pit.
Right.
And the first king was Nuff Said.
Yeah. Yep. Because Murder was the profound king. Like he was already the self-proclaimed.
Murder was Michael Jordan. And
Exactly.
still is Michael Jordan.
Still is Michael Jordan.
He's
Still
Michael
is.
Jordan.
You know.
So,
shout out to Murder. Murder vs. Snake Eyes dropped today too. Go check that out.
Yeah, I seen where I seen somebody was promoting it. Mm-hmm. So you know, so we had the Murder and Nuff Said battle. Nuff Said won. He became King of the Pit.
Exactly.
So what if people don't realize? I don't know how other leagues do it. I just know how pit fights, because I'm gonna tell you, I don't watch battles. Sorry, don't watch battles. Because I was a part of pit fights, I watched battles because I was there taking pictures. And then sometimes at home we would have pit fight nights where I would play different battles for the kids. Like we'd all sit around and watch them. The funniest one, the funniest commentary was that damn Flint versus Chuck Book. We're watching it, right?
30, it was bad.
Cashmere looked at me and said, Ma, is there any way we could fast forward through this guy's stuff and just hear Flint's? I was like, yeah, but you all got to listen to this.
You got to.
But Chuck Book did come back, and he did prove himself worthy of me listening to him.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't listen to battle. I don't watch battles. I don't. Only reason why I know who certain people are as far as names is because everybody talks about them. You know, I don't watch battles past pit fights. At one time, unless they came, like people would say, oh yeah, so and so. Like, have they been to the pit? The only reason why I know Daylight is because he came to the pit before he went crazy.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, that's true. And a lot of dudes do that. They came through before they got to the URL.
Right. So I've gotten to watch you come up, and we had at one time we were having battles every month, and every month had a different theme, different name, different title, whatever. So every Christmas we had what's called Deathmas. Yeah. So decided that Deathmas was going to be when they had the King of the Pit. First one, Murder versus Nuff Said won. The next year, O-Dub worked his way up in the ranks to prove that he was worthy of becoming the challenger for the pit. And because, sorry enough, because your third round just went left and lost everybody, even though you didn't mention me, thank you. And since he's only the second person in the pit to ever say anything about me, the first person was Big Head from Pennsylvania.
From Philly.
I said, yo, I said, why it take somebody from out of town to mention me? Okay? I got happy when I got mentioned. Yeah. So anyway, so O-Dub worked his way up. He won the King of the Pit. The king does not have to defend the title until the next Deathmas. So basically, if he chooses not to really battle that whole year, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to take battles, whatever. That's what people fail to realize. Anyway, so the next year, O-Dub took the whole year off. He didn't do any battles that year, did he?
Until he battled Nuff, and then he didn't battle until he battled me.
Right. So here we go. We got Rebel versus O-Dub. And the shit talking that went on before this battle was just so wonderful. It was so funny. They even had shirts made, everything.
It was crazy.
So
like when I'm thinking about it, like during it was like, so what? I'm just here. But then thinking about it, like it was a crazy time. It was a crazy event.
So it really was. Even before the cameras went on, I got a couple of pictures, and cameras need to be rolling constantly at a pit fight event.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to miss. Because I'm telling you. So before the battle started, Bones is sitting there eating his food and basically bullying, I guess you want to call it, O-Dub to get the hell over on the other side, because this was
cartel side is always mine.
It's always.
It's always mine. Don't think.
Y'all go check the battle out. O-Dub versus Rebel, Deathmas, pit fights. Go on YouTube.
We wasn't doing it the bully him.
No, but it was just so funny
how he was how he was moving, because he was talking so much shit, so it was making me mad, and that's usually how it goes down. Like, I get mad and I act like this made me mad.
At one time, he said something about Destiny, which is his baby mother, his girlfriend, his wifey.
Yes.
Yeah, my daughter-in-law. And Rebel turns around and goes, what are you talking about?
My daughter's beautiful. Like it was like O-Dub is. But he was doing But it was just.
He was doing that. He was doing that to get you out of that element. But you was like reverse psychology in him.
It was crazy.
So when he was crowned King of the Pit. Yeah. Now, mind you, as I said, that was the third year of having the King of the Pit. So this year, the contender was Lil Al, who. He has shown improvement from what I can tell.
Yeah, he did.
Knowing him over the years, he has shown improvement. The double team that he did with Rittens, he carried that shit all by himself. Sorry, Rittens, love you, but you sucked.
Exactly. He did his thing.
You sucked.
And he was doing his thing, and all of a sudden, he just got in front of me, and it was like.
I heard that it was bad. Like I said, I haven't been to anything for months, and and I do miss it. Don't get me wrong. I even had a conversation with somebody that I was having issues with to cause everything to happen, and I told her the same thing. I said, "You don't think that I don't miss being there?"
Right, exactly.
I do.
Miss you being there, of course.
I don't. I can't tell because Anyway, we're gonna talk about that later. Anyway, but. The controversy with this Deathmas was you had something else that was supposed to be going on at the same time, basically the same time.
Right.
The PG with URL.
Exactly.
And it wasn't like This is why people need to shut the fuck up, okay? I was reading everything that was going on the page. I was having my own arguments with people who aren't in battle rap.
Right.
Because of it, like so much that I was being told, oh, well, you're going to take up from because those are your guys. You're going to take up for Team Cremate. And I'm like,
it's just
no, I'm not taking up for Team Cremate. Oh, well, Rebel just thinks that he's all this and that he don't have to battle. I was like, no, he's got something else. And
I'm trying. Yeah, I was trying. It was bigger than just me battling at pit fights. Like, if I battle with URL and I do what I was supposed to do, like what I'm going to do this Sunday coming up against Jay Moore. When I get into that mode, like for URL, it was going to do something bigger for pit fights. It would open the door for pit fights to let Lil Al get in URL, to let Murder get another shot at URL. You know, and that's what my goal was.
Right.
That's my whole thing. Now that I realized that I want to do battle rap, that I'm going to focus on battle rap. It was like I'm going to open the door for everybody to get in.
Right. So I was having this argument and I was seeing people online talking shit, but they didn't realize what was going on behind the scenes. You had already talked to Shaka Pitts. Shaka Pitts already knew what was happening. You were still going to battle Al, but just not at Deathmas.
Exactly.
So the conversation and the argument, and my argument with my ex got so bad that he was like, well, I'm just going to talk to you later. Because I was like, okay. Like I was hostile, but I wasn't. I was just trying to get him to understand that. He was like, oh, well, Rebel thinks that he's this and he's that. And I was like, no, he's actually really humble. He's just talking shit because Al's talking shit. They're all talking shit. That's what they do.
That's what we do.
So
that's exactly what we do. And it was Al. Like out of all the shit talkers I had to deal with, it was Al.
And Al, look, and it's bad enough. It's bad enough talking to Al face to face.
Just regular. Oh my god.
But it's harder when you're online because you can't understand.
You can't understand. And he's going off on you, and it's like you making me mad because you like, and I know what's going on. Like I know you're doing it to make me mad, but it's working. So now I'm getting mad, and it just happened. It just happened like that. Like that's how the battle went. I was mad. It was a lot of things personally going on, so I was like, I'm not outside, so I'm like, I'm not outside anymore.
So you had to get that frustration.
Yeah, and that's what I use battle rap for, because I'm not outside no more. I got a daughter. Like I like being goofy. I like being in the house playing the game and at work. So I'm like, I'm good. Like I'm good now. Like at a time it used to get real, but now I'm straight. Like I'm straight. Like I'm fine.
But
so
it was just like I was trying to get people to understand that you weren't ducking. Oh, he's ducking him. He's ducking him. I was like, how the fuck is he ducking him when he's going to go ahead and battle him? It's just not going to be a Deathmas. Oh, he's ducking him. So then when the battle went down,
everybody understood why I was like, I wasn't trying to rush into it. I wanted to actually get Al a better battle for Deathmas. We was all going to do something for Deathmas, and it didn't fall through. So I just said, you know what? URL battle got pushed back. So I'm like, you know what? I got time. I'll do it. I'll do it for Al. I'll do it for Al. And I'm thinking, he's going to bring his best material. He's going to come to, take my head off.
Right. And I heard like his first 4 bars was like, had you like, oh shit, I'm getting ready.
Shook.
Yeah.
I was shook. He broke down the definition of rebel, said that I had no traits of that. I'm like, oh, he about to start. He about to.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it just, from then on, it was downhill. And I was like, all right, let's go. Like I told you, this is what I was. Like everybody knew what I was gonna do. It was up to Al to match that. If he would have matched that, he probably would have won. Just off of that, just off of matching it.
Right.
Not even being better than me. If he would have matched at least something close to what I did, then they would have probably gave him that. And that's how I feel. It's me personally. But at the end of the day, like he hit me. He dropped the ball. It was all on him, and he dropped the ball.
And then he kind of disappeared off the page
he went straight to the ranch. Like, that's what we call it, the ranch. He disappeared, didn't want to show up. So it was like, it was the same thing. But when he beat J Law disappeared. So it was like,
I noticed that a lot about a lot of the battle rappers. See, like I said, I don't really like. I don't understand battle rap. How do you not understand, Lisa? Like, people will be like, so Lisa, who do you think won? I don't fucking know. I was taking pictures.
Exactly.
I'm concentrating on trying to, and people like, at Deathmas the year before, I took over 1,400 pictures at Deathmas.
You did. It was wonderful, too.
I caught you with the hand up, with the gun to Odell.
Finger pistols.
Yes. Like, I try to capture all of those moments because it gives you a way to promote the the footage before it comes out.
Right.
It gives people, it gives you something to be able to show people, people be able to visually see, because they weren't able to be there,
exactly.
or they're just lazy and don't want to fucking come and wait for the footage and then bitch online.
Exactly.
When the footage coming out, bitch, you should have been there.
You should have been there, and you would have been cool. You would have
Right.
understood.
So seeing that you had won, which I really didn't have no doubt that you would.
That's the thing. I did. I thought the ad was going to just be amazing.
You thought that he was going to, be focused and everything.
That's what I prepared for a focus. And that's what I usually do. I prepare for a focus to whoever I battle.
What I noticed, though, is, was it that deafness? We were at the wind-up space.
Oh, and I battled Chopper.
And you demolished Chopper. But you had a death in your family.
Yeah, yep.
And then this year,
same
thing this year.
Same exact thing.
And I'm just like, I think that gave you the fuel for the fire.
And it did, because the Chopper battle, my grandfather died. So it was like, he was sick, so I kind of expected it.
Yeah.
But this year was my uncle.
Yeah.
And that happened like out of nowhere. So
right.
It was like, it made me mad because I couldn't do nothing about it.
Right. It was something that you unexpected.
Even if I could, he's still gone. So it's like, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. And I prepped, went into the dungeon, which I'm in now. Where I just tune everything out and just go in. Like it just battle. It's like, so Al got an angry rebel. Like I was like angry, but I wasn't focused, and I seen it in my battle. Like I wasn't as good as I usually was. As I've been all year, that was my worst battle all year. Like my material wise. So I'm getting back into it now. I'm more focused now, and I feel good for next week. I feel bad for Jay Moore because he think that because it's in his hometown, and he think that he gonna just wash me, and everybody else think he gonna just wash me, and I'm just like, I'm good. I can't wait, and everything. I'm straight. I'm fine. I'm
gonna play this song because I gotta go and try to deal with this damn noisy ass shit I know y'all can hear in the other room. I'm gonna play this song, and I think it's kind of fitting, maybe, sorta. We'll see. All right, we'll be right back in just a minute. Is this gonna cut out again? Probably so. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Every time I switch it, it happens. Oh, they just so fucking disrespectful. I know y'all. I'm still live on everything else, but
it's all.
y'all know me. I don't like disrespect for nothing.
Don't play that.
I don't like this shit.
I did not bring my light out my car. Now I feel. That's why. Because I put it in my jacket. Stupid.
Put these two on there instead of everything.
Pressure.
Yeah, put some pressure on the motherfucker. No, I'm not bigger than
killing the game, now take all this dope shit in vain. Cremate the team, act like you know what that mean. I'm forever get left in your dream. I'm
gonna show you what I like. I'm gonna tell you what part I like.
Gives me his pain. Then I get up in the booth, lay a basket and mix and they saying this niggas inside. Like, goddamn it, they showing me love. Women want kisses
right there.
Nigga, this all for the love, it's all for the dub. You feel like we don't really that's my nigga. I should've was wrong. No all the niggas is good. Never touch my back on love, cause I came in the mud. My mama was one of the good. That's why everyone is a drug. Fuck all these bitches. Grab up the money. Let's get it. Throw in the bag and we dip it. I stack up my innings. Then I go back to my city. Nigga, that's just how I'm living. I'm blessing and sniffing. Not in the leaving the witness. But even before the smoke clearing, I get it the digits. Fucking that she ain't her feelings. Cause she know I just want the kid. Going back to the riches. Why I sell bell? Cause I'm crippin' a nigga booty just like that. Walking in my grandmother room. Just 100. I don't even want it back. motherfucking boost in the verse and they label that crack. Never gotta worry about a hater, cause a nigga like me more stacks. You only want that pressure. You only want that pressure. You niggas only need to attention. You only want that pressure. You only want that pressure.
I was trying to go through, like I told you, I have like everything.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
So I was like, just like when I was trying to make the flyer, I know you was like, damn, that was quick.
When you apply that pressure,
all the pictures
I
and all this
shit. Don't talk about shit. I ain't giving out lectures, cause a trade five Steven got a bless you.
I hate when he does that.
$1,000, you don't want to step to the side. Cream made out to get you shit.
Oh, that's how he goes. I love it when he do that stuff. Like, when he get different, when he separate himself.
Can't be like, why he do that?
And I can't do it. I can't die. I can't do it.
Plus you niggas are the same, lame, playing and I'm linked to the game. We burn this shit down cause
I can't do it. When I first started, I tried to do everything that they did. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, finally. I found out it was like,
I'm gonna let the last song play because this damn thing I can stupid. The last one is like my favorite that you've done.
I advise you to chill. Snatch your girl now.
I think, I don't know, I had to find out.
Right. Wait till you hear it. You be like, yeah, it's like one of my, it's like my favorite. Like, who did I play it for? I played it for somebody. Who did I play it for? I think I played it for my ex. I think I played it for my ex. Me and my ex have a weird relationship.
I understand.
Like, he says I'm his manager.
Yes. So,
No, I'm not. I said, just because you hit me up, like last night, he hit me up, was like, can you do me a favor? If you're not busy. I said, what's up? So he screenshots and sends it to me. Can you get this beat for me?
yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, yo, going to get back together? No. Nope. That ship has sailed. I can't wait for this.
Alright, okay.
The way you did this and Poison.
That was good.
Yo.
I was like, what am I doing? I was like, what do I do to separate my, you know what? And the Edition movie came out.
Yo, I was like, this shit was like, I loved it. This is like one of my favorite things that you have done.
I was like, I'm gonna do the whole thing. That's
But when I heard, okay, my brother, I said, okay. And then we ended up, who is it?
That's why I catch your body and killing them on the throwback. Throw the new generation will bring the flow back. And now I'm throwing them nails so you can hold that. Grow stacks to blow that. Do the tracks, get low back. And if I want to snapping on niggas, it ain't a Kodak. And when we both be talking, I hear it, but I don't know Jack. So if you got a problem, then I'ma need you to show that. You know that? I get busy, boy, it ain't no problem. If my blunts ain't gold, I'll start my party. Just give me your best weed, I don't like no Molly. Fuck with the white girls who I look like Bobby, nah. The new edition is some killers in here. Team remake, you know we about to kill it this year, yeah. Hope everybody out there feelings in here. Then again, can give a fuck about your feelings in here. Rebel.
Yo, that shit was like, I was like, yo, I love this. Look, I said, Cash, listen to this.
I didn't know. I was like, I don't know what. I was like,
She's like, like this whole mixtape was awesome.
Girl, I'm the rebel, I just gotta. Cause I'm smooth as ever on the track when I touch that. The mass appeal, make an ask for the lust that. I'm back in action, I'm laughing, you laughing now. Gangsta shit, when I bust you, won't bust back. This ain't no crush, get a rush when I touch that. Almost made me say fuck rap, cause you so. And you could be the girl of my dreams, you never know. Focus on my goal, I'm stopping on the road, but it's hard trying to reject the bro with a body so. Trying to survive with my eyes on the go, but the wide eyes and I'm track my bell big the flow like she's bad. You don't have to ask, bro, but won't let it fuck up the cash flow. And trying to move too slow on the go so soon as we fuck get cut like an afro. Don't be mad though, cause when it's down to the options, I'm just exploring. Killer noise, it's too boring. Fill a void and hit the chorus. Goddamn, that girl is. Take precaution.
This is like one of my favorite songs in the world.
I wasn't even born when it came. Like, it's like, wow.
You ever seen the video of Flint dancing to this song?
No, I have not.
We was out there when it was Dudley's. Him and Bones was out there. Y'all, I think y'all was supposed to be performing or something and didn't get to go on or some shit, whatever happened, right? You weren't there. I don't think Savage was there either. I think just them two. And DJ Illa was playing like old school shit. And I was like with my camera recording all that shit.
So old. Funk is old.
So yeah, here we go again. Okay, are you done acting stupid? Apparently not. Oh yeah, we gotta revamp this shit. I don't know what the hell they did. I'm only here like once a week, so I came in today and that shit was already up. I don't know, the kids didn't turn it off, so because we have a kids show that happens.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so this is blowing my mind right here because it's acting really, really dumb today. It used to do this before, but yeah, like I said, because we still live on them too.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, like I said, that was like one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was crazy.
One of my favorite songs off that. What was that off of? Crate Tape?
Yeah, that was
1?
Crate Tape 2.
2?
Crate Tape 2.
I can't keep my. There's so much.
And that's how we try to do it. Like we made everybody wait for the 11th letter, but we dropped,
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what. That was very, very well worth the wait.
Yeah.
Very well.
And I think that's why we did it. Because
I just need more visuals.
That is true.
I'm just from my own perspective. I need more visuals. I know that there were some issues with the Tell Me video.
Yeah, Tell Me video. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, that's understandable. But
we dropped the combo. We definitely got to do some more stuff, and we've been saying it, but we want to make it. We did Twan's Story, and Twan's Story was like a movie, and we got all these records like Sunshine. We got My Name Is My Name. We got things like, it's just so much music that we got that we want to make it all a movie.
Right.
And it's like, that's how we want to do it. Like, it's no more just cameos and club scenes. Like, it's not,
right.
It's cool to do that, but it's better to,
It's not cool to do that.
that's what everybody's doing, and, shooting on the block, but we got Streets So Cold that's like it's our own little stories within within the song. So it's like we gotta make that into. We gotta have the right people shooting it. We gotta have the right people. We got the right mindset when we go into it. Right. We good actors. We're great actors.
You need somebody like Scar Akbar to do the treatment and whatnot.
Exactly. We gotta make sure the treatment is
and
perfect.
Speaking of Scar Akbar, he actually was a producer on Barbarians, which actually I was like I said, Judah Priest, who's a Wu-Tang affiliate, was supposed to be here today, but he got sick to where he doesn't have a voice. Ooh. So I actually I was like, all right. So I hit Flynn up. I was like, what song of Cremates do you want me to play? I'm gonna play that like my first song, so he gets to hear y'all. Right. And he was like, Barbarians.
Yep. Barbarians, and that's. I think when it comes to, especially when you said the Wu-Tang, like we think of it like that,
right?
Us. Like it's not a whole bunch of us. No, it was at one point, but it's not anymore. It's this.
But the principle, like the thing of it is like I said, you are a group, but you are individuals.
Exactly.
And that's what like I said, I've said this. I have written this in reviews on my blog and whatnot. I know it's kind of distracting, isn't it? Little this big window out here is distracting as hell.
You gotta make sure. Shit.
Oh no, you're good if you park. If you parked over there,
all right, just straight.
Yeah. You're not supposed to be parked there, but of course you see somebody else, and that's a big ass bus lane over there.
Yeah, I ain't parking out. I'm good. I'm good.
I parked right here on the corner. I got lucky, but like I said, I've written in my blogs or whatever. It's like the chemistry that you all have that comes together, and he makes the songs. That's like the song that you and Flint have.
Every Day the Same.
No, the young.
Yeah. Young nigga Ozo.
Yeah.
Yes, Flint Bones. Yes, me.
Yeah. Like, you're a lot younger than those guys.
Yeah, a lot. Those guys are old. Nah.
but so you're a lot younger, but you would think that the content would be different,
right?
You know what I mean? But even if it is different, the way it kind of meshes well together.
Exactly. When individually, like me speaking, like I had to grow up a little older. Like you had to grow up faster. It's Baltimore. Everybody has to grow up a little faster. So I always hang with the older crowd. That was always me. Even in school, I was cool with the seniors in 9th grade. Then when 10th grade, I was cool with the seniors, and that's how I was.
Right.
I was cool with the older crowd. That's just me. So when it came down to them, it was like, y'all really the older crowd, but cool. I'm used to it.
Right.
And I just fit in perfectly. So it's like, I had to work, but it was more of a perfect fit than anything.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, it's crazy how, they already had this kind of tight knit thing.
Exactly.
And, then they brought you along in there.
Exactly. And that was crazy to me.
And so, it's the chemistry, I swear. Like I said, when I tell people that, like, you have chemistry with people when you come to a romantic relationship, friendships, even with family.
Exactly.
We all have family that we don't fuck with.
Exactly.
We got family that's not even really family, but they're family.
But they're family, right.
So it's all about the chemistry. When it comes to music, that's a very, very big key factor, especially for a fan, somebody who's listening. My whole thing with music is if I can relate to it, that's what I like. That exactly. I like stories. I like people telling me. I like to be able to close my eyes and make a video in my head.
Exactly.
That's
how we do.
I can't, and people laugh when I say this because I've said it numerous times. Every time I say it, they bust out laughing. The newer music that's happening right now, it's a good thing I don't have epilepsy because I go into a seizure because if I close my eye and I'd be like, oh,
right.
And I'm not knocking what anybody does. That's okay. Hip hop is like rock and roll. It's a genre. Rock and roll has different subgenres.
Exactly.
Hip hop now has different subgenres.
Exactly.
It's been had it. People don't want to recognize it. So I don't knock what's going on right now with
mumble rapping.
All that. I don't.
Right.
The simplicity, the simple hooks.
It's entertaining. It's really
it's usually over a beat that is an awesome beat. And that's what people are really listening to.
Exactly. And but at the same time, that's how it. Same thing with jazz. That's how people listen to is a good beat. Somebody scattered over it. You know what I'm saying? Or James Brown. So it's like you can't knock it because it's entertaining. People listen to it, it makes people get off their feet.
Right.
But when you want to listen to, you know, the right, when you want to have emotions and you want to feel something, then you know, come over here and type in Team Cremate into your YouTube or you know, your iTunes or your
Google
Spotify, you know, whatever you want to do. Just
Google
do whatever you got to do. Just, but if you want to hear that emotional stuff, then come over to the side.
Just like J. Cole is one of my favorite artists.
Mine too.
And it's primarily because of his metaphors. Because I swear to you, I kid you not, I was sitting there one night listening to J. Cole. It was one of the albums that came out. And I was sitting there and I was listening to it. I was like, yeah, oh, yeah. And I was like, hold up. He said this, but he meant that. And I was like, oh, it made me think. And I loved it. You know, I love, you know, it took me a while, like I said, with Kevin Gates. It took me a while to get on. I actually had to go read the lyrics of his song. Some of it made no sense to me, but then like I really was looking. I was like, okay, I understand now.
Right.
He's one of my favorite because I can relate.
Exactly.
I can't relate to drinking lean or selling drugs. Yeah. I can't relate to none of that, but I can relate to the relationship. Like supposed to be in love is what's
yeah, I definitely understand.
You know, like
shorty.
He was like, you know, and I played it for a friend of mine, and when I was singing along with it, she was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "What?" He said, "I'll beat a bitch like Chris Brown." Hey,
stalk her, she leave him, like
right?
It's like he's in love. We supposed to be in love,
right?
This is how love's
we supposed to be in love. Ain't no breaking up.
Ain't no breaking up, right?
What the fuck you think this is? We ain't break. So I've been there,
right,
a few times.
If you just stick it down, I would have toilet water
drowned it. Yes, I was like, that's why you get in trouble all the damn time. Your damn lyrics, Tupac.
That's crazy. That's real, like
right.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, I don't knock any of the new music that's going on right now. But I can't deal with it. Right. And you know, people can try. I don't like people to try to argue with me. I don't listen to Migos. Oh, the Migos is awesome. They awesome for you. Go ahead. I don't. That's okay. Cardi B. I don't like Cardi B. Y'all can have Cardi B.
I mean, I can't really.
She got the hype. She got people behind her. She got
a
couple songs behind. The second song I heard by her that she just released, not the one with Bruno Mars. There was another one, and I heard a snippet of it, and she actually sounded like she had some sense. Right. You know, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe she's not that big. I just still haven't listened to her.
Me and I heard she did a Spanish song where she was singing, but in Spanish. And I was like, I like that more than I like the
whole rapping
I'm just
thing.
I'm not a fan of the mumble rap and trap rap. I'm just not a fan of it. Like some things, like I'm really into. Like some like Jaden Smith. That's like I heard his CD. His album is fire. But I also listen to Conway the Machine and Griselda, Westside Gun. Like I'm different with it. I'm all into different stuff. So it's like
right. See, and that's like me. Like if I pulled up my phone and showed you everything that's on there, you'll be like
exactly. And that's how I feel when people be listening to me when I'm listening to music. In the car.
I mean, I have CDs on there right now that I haven't even got a chance to listen to.
Same here.
I got Sci-Hi the Prince. The only reason I got these things is because I was asked to get them for somebody else. Sci-Hi the Prince, Dave East. I just listened to T-Pain's CD.
Oblivion,
yeah, I listened to that. There's a song on there that reminds me of it should be like in a play, like a Tyler Perry play or something. Oh, yeah. But I mean, it was okay. But you know, overall, there was a few songs that I really liked.
You gotta listen to Sci-Hi. Sci-Hi No Dope on Sunday is amazing.
Yeah, I've heard all that. Because my ex was like, "Can you get it for me? I've seen everybody talk about it, but I want to hear it for myself." I was like, "Yeah."
That's But
like, I have a whole lot of stuff on there. I have I just took a lot of shit off of my phone because I'm used to having a chip, and this Galaxy doesn't have that. So I just had to take. What I did was I took Kevin Gates songs, the songs that I primarily listened to, and put them in a folder, and then took all the mixtapes off, except for by any means 2 is staying on there.
Yes.
Isla stays on there. in its entirety. Those two stay on there in their entirety. Everything else I just kind of pulled a few songs out. But what else? I got I have a very eclectic music. And music is just, I love music. So I'll be sitting in a car driving and I'll scan because I don't really listen to 92Q. Even though I did work for them in July. And I told Squirrel Ride that too before, so.
Radio is not. And it's mainstream radio is like the same 10 songs.
That's because they're getting paid off those 10 songs.
Right, and that's cool, but it's like at one point in time, well, appreciate what 92Q did and, Spin and Tell Me and all the Baltimore records.
Oh my God, I sat in my car.
Yeah, we was all in the car waiting like, it's 9. He said it's 9. 9:15, I was on, hey, Snapchat. I don't even use Snapchat. I'm Snapchatting, I'm on Facebook Live, I'm doing Twitter. I'm like, I don't even do none of this.
I was so excited, like I was on the radio.
And
it was just like, I was like, oh my God. And like I said, Squirrel has done a lot for the local scene. And I've told him that before. The night that I told him, I remember it. It was the Royce the 5'9" show down Sonar. He was hosting. And every time Squirrel sees me, he shouts me out on the microphone. He didn't say shit on this show. He looked at me, looked me dead in my face.
And just kept moving.
Right. So we were outside. He was like, hey, Lisa. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
You was on stage. You didn't shout me out. You always shout me out. He said, but I be shouting you out on the radio. I said, Squirrel, I don't listen to 92Q. He looked like he was heartbroken. But I mean, I was being serious. I appreciate everything that he's tried to do over the years and everything that he continues to do. They do play certain local artists on the radio, and I mean, Tell Me needed to be on the radio, but so do a lot of your other songs need to be on the radio.
And that's how we feel. Like
95.9 has a DJ down there that does a show, and he does play local, underground artists. I got to get the information, but I happened to just hear it one night when I was switching channels in my car.
Right.
So I was like. He was like, something about he's the only one that played. I was like, oh, I need to get your information. I need to find out how to do this. Because, me, I'm queen of, Lisa, do you know any videographers? Do you know any producers?
Right,
do you know studios? Do you know? Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do. So, for me, radio play is cool.
Right.
But now with the internet being so accessible to artists to be able to get their music out there worldwide.
Exactly. It's not really all the way necessary. And everybody knows that. So
just like with distribution, it used to be you couldn't get distribution unless you were part of a label.
Exactly.
Now you can do everything independently. Tech Nine is one of my favorite artists, and he's done it independently. He just had money backing him. Travis was a millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire, probably a billionaire by now.
Yeah,
but Travis put the money. He believed in tech that much. He put the money behind tech.
Exactly.
And our very own stars went on tour with Tech, 70 cities. When Tech came here, he pulled stars on stage. And the most humbling thing that I was humbled for him, because when he got on stage and he was like, Baltimore's own stars, and the crowd was quiet. I was like, yay. Right. And people were like, who was he?
Exactly.
Because they don't know what a local scene is.
Exactly.
They don't. And I've been doing it for years, trying to get people to know what the local scene is, and it's hard.
It's very hard. Trust me. We get on stage and everybody's looking like every soundstage. Every time we get on the stage, who are these dudes?
But by the end of your set,
it's by the end of it. It's y'all full. Take a picture. Yeah. Now we got, but you got to put the work in. We understand it, but it's like at the end of the day, we've been rocking these stages for years.
Right.
2-3 years, I think, probably more. Could be wrong. But, but for me, I've been with these dudes for 4 or 5 years now. So I would say we did soundstage probably 2 or 3 soundstage and Ramsey. So it's like you got to put the work in. But at the end of the day, man, you've seen me before. I'm pretty sure you've heard of me rocking before.
Right.
Like it's Baltimore. We so small. You should be listening and trying to support the local scene just as much as you support the industry dudes, because they come in and they don't even care about you.
Right.
We at least shaking y'all hands. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We seen it. Like, we see a lot of that. But these dudes, they come in and these niggas kissing ass. Oh, please take it. Like, and they just like keeping it moving.
Well, one thing I don't like about the industry artists when some of them come through is they don't want any interaction with the opening acts.
Exactly.
And that to me is wrong. You should be at least...
Because we always sell tickets and shit.
Right. You know, they should at least, you know, take a picture with you, shake your hand.
Shout out to Jadakiss for doing that too.
You know, he's so down to earth.
Yeah, he's him, Styles, they like, and Sheik, they all just.
I've never. Dudes. Well, I don't think I've ever seen all three of them on stage because I haven't been to either one of the shows.
They crazy. They crazy.
But
all three of
Jada
them.
and Styles, I've been to shows with them because Styles, of course.
So, yeah. Some of my people
Prophet.
that I know used to make Prophet. Right, exactly. Okay. All right.
Because of Prophet, I have done taking pictures of Styles P, Chris Rivers, Trey the Truth, who I have so much admiration for Trey the Truth, not just musically, but humanitarianly.
Yeah, what he does for
he's doing for down in Houston right now. Who else?
On a boat, getting people. Like, he was on a boat.
He's still doing stuff. Like, they did a video because he's part of something else, part of a bigger group. And they went to Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever and spent like over $2,000 to get stuff to help redo this lady's house.
Yeah, like, that's amazing.
You know, and then, you know, like I said, because of Prophet, he, you know, bringing down, industry artists or well-known artists.
Right.
You know, I've gotten to take pictures of those artists, and it looks good in my portfolio. You know, it's just personal. Like, I'm gonna tell you, there's no industry artist that I have ever taken pictures of that I have been like, oh, you know.
Right.
There's only one, and that's Ghostface. If I got a chance to meet Ghostface, I'd probably been on the news.
Oh yeah, well.
The first time I met Comp, I was like, oh my God, it's Comp. First time I met Scar Akbar, oh my God, Mully Man. These were people that they're not signed.
Right.
You know, well, was Comp still signed to Def Jam? This is back in MySpace days.
He was on Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah.
And that was.
You know, so.
Oh, it's crazy.
Right. So I get excited about the local artist.
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy to see, like, I was happy to see Ja Rule because I've never seen Ja Rule in concert, and Ja Rule gave a hell of a show.
I think the only person, as far as like starstruck, like, I don't industry rap. I don't really care. Like, if I go to an industry, like, I'm expecting to hear the song. So I think the only person that I was like, yo, he is, other than Chris Rivers.
I love Chris.
Chris Rivers is fire. Lonnie Moore. I stood in front of Lonnie Moore and was in awe. Like, yo, I gotta do something with him. I gotta do this. Lonnie Moore is amazing. His music is, for one, like, his music is crazy.
Right.
HD Dreams 2, I heard, and I was like,
I think I have that one.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, he better do something. Like, they gotta sign him.
Right.
He gotta be on a bigger platform. He gotta do this. Like, as much as I want Team Cremate to do it, I definitely want Lonnie Moore to also be able to push forward and do that stuff, because his music is like I've never stood in front of any, like, Wayne. I've stood in front of Wayne. I stood in front of Jadakiss. I stood in front of a lot of people, and it was like, they nice and I appreciate it. I stood in front of Kanye, who split an iceberg on stage. Like, it's crazy. But Lonnie Moore, I was in, like, I stared and was like, yo, he fired. He's a dope artist. He
really is. I met him when I was working with Wisdom Court, and I was the one who got the tickets. Yeah. You know, I had to get the artists their tickets. So I actually had to meet up with him. He wanted me to meet up at the studio. So I met up with him, and, you know, he was like, well, come on in here, you know. He was like, have you heard any of my music? I was like, to be honest, no. You know, so, you know, they played some music or whatever. So, all right, I'm expecting, you know, can't wait to see you perform. Because my thing is, I can listen to your music. That don't mean nothing. It's good music, but I want to see you get on that stage and give me a performance. And when he did, I was like, yo, you are amazing.
Amazing.
You know.
Amazing. Him, Lonnie Moore, Icon to God. Who else? Who else that I just watched and it was like, yo, these dudes is fire. I can't even think of them off the top of my head. But Icon to God, he did a song that was like, you feel me? Like I was saying, like he was cooking, like so I
did he have his big chain on? Did he have
that was the first time I said it.
I was like, oh, you trying to bring the big chain back. You trying to bring the dookie braid back, right? You trying to bring big old that. But I first met him at, I first met him at 5 Seasons. He was doing security with Larry. And
selfie taking Larry.
and he
say no, Larry, you was cool. You wasn't, but you cool.
I was just talking about Larry the other day, one of my other shows. And I follow him. He follows me on Instagram too. He's still a creep.
Yeah.
But so I was at a open mic. I think it was at an open mic. He got on stage, and I looked at him. I said, "Where the hell have you been? Where have you been?" Like there's a few times that I've seen people get on stage. I've had people actually do my In the Spotlight showcase, and they get off stage. But where the hell have you been?
Exactly.
Like why have we never crossed paths before?
Nobody.
You know what I mean? So it's there's a few people in this, and like I said, Baltimore is small, but it's big at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we have people come through the studio, and I'm like, who the hell is that? Like, you know, I've never heard of this young man. I hope that he does well.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, I hope that, you know, I want everybody to be able to thrive in this in the music. There should be enough music, enough money out here for everybody to get some.
Should be, but you know they act like it's not.
Well, there is.
Yeah.
We got to get it from Trump first.
Playing games.
Right. So, but yeah. Oh, I was sitting there, I had questions and all running through my head a little while ago. Of course, they just disappear a lot of times. But who would you like to do a collaboration with? Anybody, industry, living, dead, you know, not industry, just who is like the one person that you would love to do a song with?
Other than Michael Jackson. Wow. Really? Who is probably my favorite? Oh, J. Cole. If I could do it like, and not just some story. If I can get him rapping for 2:30 and me rapping for 2:30, just going back no hook, like I'd be good. I could check out. I could check out. You know, make sure my daughter's straight, and then do that, and then I'd be good. Because that, like, when I heard him rapping one time, it was just like he was spitting on a Kendrick beat, and he was just snapping. And I was like, yeah, he was always my favorite, like,
right,
for a minute. So it's like him. Yeah, J. Cole.
That's an awesome one. That's
awesome.
Biggie.
Biggie, yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes sit and be thinking, like, what would music be like, and what would Biggie and Tupac be like if they weren't killed?
Yeah.
I just want to. I would just.
Very different. Very different.
I think music would have went a different way. For a long time, instead of, you know, because like going back to the whole mumble rap thing, I had somebody was having a conversation on Facebook, and they brought up DOS effects. He's like, you want to talk about mumble rap, but y'all had DOS effects, and I was like, DOS effects, you can't put DOS effects anywhere. They was in their own little world.
But that's how
they was rocking.
Yeah, that's how these dudes are.
Right, that's why.
Little world, and they
that's why I say I don't. You know, I don't knock what they do. It's just, it's not for me.
It's just at the same time, you gotta understand this. It's different between being good at it and just doing it. Like if you gonna do it, then really do it. Like take the time out and really try to make good music. Like, you know, the hook. Make sure your hooks is the best. You know, the verses are trash, but make sure your hooks are on point. And don't just saying something stupid.
And if you need help with your hooks, go hit up Penn Savage, since he changed his name now.
Oh yeah,
he's no longer Savage. What was it?
Captain Hook.
Captain Hook.
No longer Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Savage the Beast is down. Penn Savage.
I was like, who the hell? What the hell? But I mean, yeah, Savage has always been good with the hooks.
Yeah, he's amazing. And I be so mad at myself because I'm like, I can't do it like him. I gotta do. And one day I was when I was like 18, I'm like trying to do a hook, and I end up doing something like Sav, and I just scratched the whole hook. Like, no, I can't do that. I had my own studio at the time, and I was like, no, I can't do it like that. So I ended up just rapping it and just going like, you know, I don't even care. I don't even care anymore. Like, I can't be as good as Savage. Or I just do my own. Like, Savage is hilarious, man. He amazing when it comes down to it. Like when you watch him actually put shit together, it's like even the engineering, but especially the hooks and his verses. Like, man,
I mean, well, he did learn his engineering from Shaka Pitts.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Shaka Pitts engineer?
No.
Let me tell you. We were down the street at 25th and Maryland, down in the basement, where Pit Fights was, you know, the room was like a third of this.
Yeah.
So somebody had recorded. We were all there, and somebody had recorded. So everybody's out in the front room. Shaka's got this little area where the computer and all is. And then I think the bathroom was behind in through a little doorway or whatever. I was sitting there, and whenever I go to a studio, I sit behind the engineer. I sit not up on him, but I sit behind and I watch. I may not know what the fuck's going on. But I've learned a few things.
Yeah, I do the
so everybody's out there, they're talking, they're laughing, they do, and Shaka's just sitting there doing this and doing this and doing this and doing this and playing it and then stopping it and then going back and doing this and adjusting the levels and doing this while everybody's out here being loud as shit. And his rough mixes would sound better than most people's mix downs.
Exactly.
So I remember when Shaka was offering to teach people how to do the engineering. Right. And Savage was one of them. That's why when people say something about Savage's engineering, I'd be like, well, he learned from Shaka Pitts. Yeah. And Shaka went to school for all that.
Right.
So what do you expect?
Yeah, you right about that. Shaka's mean with it too. Like I've never seen him do it, but I've heard some of the stuff. And like,
yeah, that was amazing to me because I've been to 3 of his studios, one out in the county, one on Charles Street, and the one down on Maryland 25th. Street Legal.
Oh yeah, Street Legal.
Actually, I will be there next Wednesday because I'm being interviewed. It's going to be awesome because I already know one question or one topic they want to talk about, and that is me having to pay to get into venues.
You do?
I don't go.
Oh.
That's why I don't go. It's because if I have to pay to get in somewhere, I'm not going. Yeah. Okay. So that's why I didn't go to very many places last year. I shouldn't have to keep asking people if I'm good at the door or whatever. I've had artists hit me up, be like, at least I got a show, such and such. I'll be like, oh, okay. Can you come through? I'll see I'll see what I can do. Okay, tickets are $10. Tickets are $10. Keep that ticket. Yeah, seriously. So I know that's one topic because Louis already told me that's one topic he wants to talk about.
You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to.
Well, I've been out of the loop now, so a lot of these people don't know who I am.
What?
But like I said, all they got to do is if somebody mentions my name, all they got to do is just go online and Google me and see what happens. I'm just saying, I had a promoter do that. He was at 5 Seasons. I was going to pay because I knew he didn't know who I was. I knew who he was. Right. So I was carrying on with Larry, acting crazy. I was like, oh, you need to see my bag, my camera bag. Right. I was like, you need my. So I was like, yeah, I got my Glock in the bottom,
everything.
Right. The machete is in there too somewhere. Just be careful. Be careful. So the girl that was at the door, she looked at the promoter and was like, do you know her? He was like, I don't know who she is. And I looked at him and I kind of laughed. I said, my name's Lisa. I'm the Baltimore Paparazzi. He was like, right. He was like, well, do you know who I am? I was like, no, I don't know. He was like, oh, well, I'm so. I said, I know who you are. Right. I said, I've known who you are for years. Right. We just never crossed paths. So that night was the night that he had 2 artists get up on stage, talking hella shit to a big ass crowd of people from the fucking street, and I put my back right up against the speakers. That's when he had the speakers all piled up, and stood right there waiting for somebody to throw a punch or rest the stage. So next day I made a comment about it. He's seen it. Got my inbox. Call me. So I called him. Before I could say anything, he started going off. I was like, because one of the girls commented on there saying that she would never go to a show or whatever. He was like, see, just like that girl. I said, she's not going to come to a show anyway unless it's somebody that she likes. I said, she don't support the scene. She don't care about your show.
Exactly. And that's how it is.
So this is what he said. Same one who didn't know who I was. Well, I mean, I looked you up and seen that you have a lot of people that know you and a lot of people who listen to what you say. I said, glad you did that.
Right.
Happy for you.
What now? Right.
He didn't. I wasn't trashing his event. I was trashing the fact that 2 artists got up there talking about, oh, none of y'all can fuck with me, antagonizing this crowd of people who are from the street, basically, because these were not like, they're supporters, but they got that mentality. They didn't leave that mentality out the door.
5 Seasons was crazy.
You know, so, but you went and looked me up. I'm glad you did.
Right.
I'm glad you did. Now, he sent me a friend request. This happened years ago. He sent me a friend request, and it's still sitting there. Fuck, you want to be on my, why you want to be on my page? My page is psycho. My page is psycho. Cuban Link just finally accepted my invitation to be my friend on Facebook. Me and Cuban Link, we met a couple years ago at Sonar because of Profit. All night when I talked to him, like we got off stage and I was talking to him, all night from then on, Mommy, come take this picture, Mommy. Mommy, come take this picture. I was like, okay, here I come. I became friends with his DJ that night. You know, I mean, his DJ have been friends ever since on Facebook and on IG. So, and this is what Bomb said. Bomb was at my house the other day, a few weeks ago. He dropped his daughter off because we're all family. And he was like, Lisa, you don't never burn bridges. Exactly. People burn bridges with you. I was like, I know they shouldn't do that.
Yes,
they shouldn't do that.
No,
and they shouldn't. They shouldn't. But they do. So, but yeah. So, one thing we didn't really go into detail about next Sunday.
Yeah. Next Sunday, man. Rebel versus J Moore. URL, Ultimate Rap League. PGs, this is tryouts, but I get a shot to be on the URL. And
you are ranked?
I'm ranked number 7.
Out of
10.
Okay. But guess what? You're ranked 7 out of 10, but that 10 is out of how many?
Right. It is. You're right.
You have to think of that in a positive way.
Yeah, but I'm ranked but at the same time, I'm ranked number 7 off the fact that they don't know. They've never seen me live.
Right.
They don't know what so I'm like, I'm fine with being ranked number 7.
They're going to kick themselves in the ass.
Exactly. And that's why I'm like, all right, cool. Because the dude that I'm battling, he's not a bad, like...
Have I seen him?
He was supposed to come to the pit before. He's supposed to battle me before. And he ducked me.
I remember the name, and I'm trying to figure out if he was at the pit before, like even before you came along.
Me and him was supposed to battle Dog Day Afternoon, and I ended up battling Heron because he didn't show.
Yes, I remember. And that battle between you and Heron was, since it was spur, but it was awesome.
It was. We both choked in the third. But we called each other before, like, yo, we're gonna do this like this. We're gonna do it like that. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So let's just do it.
I remember the battle between you and Zeke.
Oh.
Before y'all even, like, I know you all had a conversation because of some things that happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that, to me, that's because the pit is family.
Yeah, we are. Yes, that's my brother.
When you're locked in, then you're not my family, you're my foe.
Right, exactly.
But then afterwards, we can go back and be cool.
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, like, a lot of things that I allow in the pit, like Chopper and Heron both tap my pockets. Like,
yeah, no.
That doesn't happen outside.
Right.
When I leave outside, do not touch me. Like, that's my family. Like, I understand. All right, cool. All right, cool.
Right.
Like, it's fine. If you're an OT dude and you come in, I won't violate you like that. But if you my family and we doing this, yeah, I got you.
I knew there was something else I wanted to talk about too.
Yeah. It's so...
The battle, like, okay. I have an issue with battlers who don't want to take battles because they think somebody's beneath them.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Exactly.
But Roller took your battle.
See, when that was crazy. Like that was like, I didn't even know that was gonna happen. Cause I was just running my mouth, with the Pit is Mine thing. I was going on the Pit Fights page and just saying the Pit is mine all day, every hour,
right?
Every hour of the day, just going in like the Pit is mine, and that was making O-Dub mad. But then it caught the attention of Roller, and Roller came in and said something about it, and I just was like, the Pit is mine on his comment, and just like that, he was like, well, let's go, let's see what's up, and I was like, all right, and that's what really got the ball rolling to where I'm at right now.
Right.
Like, cause me battling Roller, like it showed that, cause he's battled T-Rock, he's battled T-Top, he's battled Bill Collector, he's battled Bone, he's battled all these dudes that's touched the URL stage. So I'm like, if I can get this to where as though it looks good, I know I can fight these dudes on the stage, on a big stage, and it's like. Not only did I do good, but I beat him. In my eyes, I won.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. When I seen him say he would take that battle, I was so happy because this was somebody who's been battling, who, he's from out of town, he's from Virginia, but he's also part of Pit. Yeah. I told him, I said, when you first came to the Pit, I did not want to like you.
Nobody did.
I did not want to like him. I did not want to like King Major. I did not want to like anybody from out of town.
Nobody
did not
came in and stole the crap.
Right. I was like, yo, for real. So Roller has become one of those. He's like one of my favorite people. Yeah. Like
big brother.
He, we've got a couple. I made sure that we got like last year before.
Yeah, Chloe. Yeah, my daughter. Right.
So when he took that battle, I thanked him, and then after the battle happened, I went up and I hugged him and I said, "Thank you for doing that." I said, "Thank you," because there's so many battle rappers not just in the Pit, but even outside the Pit that would say, "Oh no, I'm not taking it. He's beneath me. He's beneath me." Are you just scared? I hate that. You're just scared that this youngin is going to make you look bad.
That's how it was. A lot of people felt like that.
And Roller, like I've had people watch it that are not affiliated with the battle rap at all. They like battle rap, and they said that you took that, you won.
And I'm like, when I hear it, I'm like, I'm fine. Like, I'm good. Like, when I hear that, like, I won, it makes me, it just reassures me, like, I'm good wherever I go. Right. If I go to New York and I battle one of you new niggas, cool. If I go to VA or Florida and I battle, cool. But I battle one of y'all best, especially when I go to VA. Right. Like, I don't feel any pressure. I battled one of y'all best and I walked away and I won. I walked away with some scratches. He definitely had some shit for me, but I won. I toughed it out. So it's like nothing you say.
One thing that I also like about you is that if you believe that you won, you're gonna say, "Yeah, I won." But if you believe that think you lost it, you're gonna say, "Yeah, I did. I lost. So what?"
Right. Exactly. But I rarely lose. I do admit, if I take a L, I take a L. Like, I have no problem saying it. Killer Zeke. Take who else did I lose to? It's hard to think of it because it's like 23 battles. I've lost maybe 3 out of 2. So 20 wins out of 3. That's a good good percentage in my book. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I like I said, I see all the talk on the page and whatnot. Especially when it comes to you, right? And people be like, "Yeah, well, so and so, blah blah blah," and then somebody else like,
"Cool T." And that's my thing when I go like out of town. Like when dudes that I battle, I'm in your hometown, right? And I'm taking your crowd from you, and you can't stand it. Yeah, they gonna gas you, but they giving me just as much love, meaning they like me more. Like, and that's how I feel. Like, I feel like they like me more because they giving me just as much acknowledgement as they giving you. And not all the time. Crowds don't do that. Crowds don't do that at all.
Okay, just got a message on YouTube, and it says Timothy Williams, but the message says, hold on, I gotta pull it up on here. It says, okay, Ross, I see you, little bro. This is Ashley, by the way.
Yes, I know it is. Yeah.
Actually, you missed it. We already talked about you.
We already talked about you. You already was bigged up. It's all good.
Right. But like I said, this URL battle, this PG battle, you know, Proving Grounds, it's a big deal in the rap battle scene.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
it's a big deal in the Baltimore scene as far as Baltimore battle
right.
scene because nobody gets it. And when they do, they don't do it like how I'm going to do it. They're not gonna. They leave the pit alone. They leave their home league and say like basically fuck them. And I'm not. I shadow pit fights when I'm in pit fights and the camera's on me. So it's like, and it's different. It's a different way that I'm going to do this, and I'm going to open the door and I'm going to make sure we straight as far as pit fights. I'm going to make sure my brand makes it. You feel me? Team Freemate is gonna gain from this just as much as Rebel is going to gain from this.
Right.
So it's like I'm fine with everything that came with it. Even the backlash with the Lil Al situation, like I was fine with all that. Like I'm good.
Right.
So when I do end up doing what I plan to do, then everybody can shut the fuck up and just let me just work.
And that's my thing. Like you know, when 3D coming here earlier and was talking about, you know, Baltimore rappers or whatever, and that's always been a sore spot. I know for Shaka Pitts because this is Pit Fights is Shaka's baby. It's Shaka's. Exactly. You know, he's done a lot of leg work and a lot of footwork, you know, and everything. Exactly. Blood, sweat, and tears have gone into making this battle league to be as big as it is, and trying to make it bigger and not compromising what he feels that it should be as far as the culture. Right, exactly. And, you know, and some people can't understand that, and that's all well and good. There's a method to his madness. It is. What I've noticed, and I've seen it a couple times because he's brought it to everybody's attention, people that get their start in pit fights, when they go out of town, they don't say pit fights.
They don't say where they from. They don't shout out Baltimore. They don't even shout out, you know, they don't shout out pit fights at all. You know, and I know that's a sore spot because we as human beings, we all want recognition. Exactly. And you know, I have. If you look at my hoodie, my hoodie has pit fights on it, and that's what we and that helped me out, dude. Me hone my skills, and that's my home league, and I'm the king of the motherfucking home league. Like, this is my shit. So I gotta shout it out just as much as if I was Shaka, like if I was Shaka going OT, Shaka wears nothing but pit fight stuff when he's at these other battle events. So that's how I move. Right. When I went to Philly, I had pit fight shirt, bandana. When I go to I don't know what I'm gonna wear next Sunday. I'll probably wear my bandana though. Definitely have a pit fight something on there. And I'm like, you gotta rep home league. You got to. And I think a lot of people lose sight of that. And like I said, I don't watch battles. I don't watch URL battles. I don't watch other battles. Sometimes somebody will post something and I'll see, you know, little things or whatever, or somebody will mention something or, you know, something like that. So I'll look at it. But to me, a lot of them, like I did watch the fuckery that happened with Rex Ruger with his Johnny Bravo line. Yeah. And from my understanding, this is not the first time that this battle rapper has stole shit from other rappers. And that's what happens a lot of times. Like I've heard a lot of my stuff on a big stage, and I'm not even, or even by, you know, other rappers, and I ain't mad at it. Like I ain't mad, like, cause maybe, you know, maybe you looked at my battle and months later it just subconscious. Maybe I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Sure, cool, that's fine. But if you blatantly stealing my shit, then that's fine too, because now I know that my shit works on the big stage when I use it.
Right.
And because I've subconsciously said some shit, and I'm like, all right, but I've caught myself before I what's the name? Like I catch myself a lot of times before I go on that stage, like and be like, in my writtens where I'm going, did I hear that before? I heard that before, even if I don't know if I heard it before. I cut it right out, you know. Yeah. So it's like I just switch it up. So and that's what I'm doing now.
And like, what's funny is I was looking at the comments underneath of the comparisons. Right. And somebody was on there talking about pit fights. I ain't never heard of it. That's the reason why shit gets stolen.
Exactly.
And this is not the first time that somebody in the bigger league has stole something from pit fights.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the last because they think that pit fights is...
They call it a basement league. And
right.
And who started it was the dude Prep, and he comes from pit fights. So it's like when that happened,
yeah, but they got the video footage of him.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, but when it happened, it was like, you feel me? Like, all right, cool. Now, like when it comes down to it, and anything happens, and we say anything about it, like something gets stolen, like the Johnny Bravo line that we think is stolen. The first thing somebody says is, "Oh yeah, it's that basement league." Like now, I gotta work 4 times as hard to show everybody that I'm not no basement league rapper. Like Pit Fights is not a basement league. No league.
Pit Fights hasn't been a basement league since we was in the basement.
Exactly. We brought everybody that comes through. You know, URL heads come through and they show love. And when they come through, especially when we was at the 5, like the 5 had everything. You go get whatever you wanted in the same little area.
Right.
So it was like. And it was just more than a basement league, and that's how I feel about it, and that's why I rep it so hard, because on top of me being one of the nicest in my city, when I leave out and I go out and I'm 30 somebody in their city, everybody else see it now. So and they be like, oh, Pit Fights. Now they going to watch the more battles. They like, who else is nice like this?
Right.
And now they see Murder Nice. They see Ray Cobain, they see AM, they see C-Love, 6'8", DK, Ball Cardi. They see all these other dudes, and it's like that's the whole point of this. To get these dudes just as much recognition as me. Right. And once we all good, Pit Fights become the league to come to when you want to go through, you know, as an up and coming battle rapper. You want to go through Body Bag Battle League. You want to see We Go Hard. You want to do the Coliseum. You want to come to Pit Fights. Like that's the whole plan that make us what we're supposed to be. We've been rocking longer than damn near all these other leagues. Yeah,
so a lot of leagues have come and gone.
Exactly, disappeared out of nowhere. Like where did that happen? How did that go? It don't even, and we still here. Yeah, the venues changed, but the feel is still the same. Like the V Lounge, it was nothing. It was not what we thought it was. When we came in there, it was a little small, and we was all in there like, hey. Then it got started. Everybody got to drinking. And it was like, yeah, this is the pit. It's back. It's like it's the feeling. Right. No matter what it is. The Depot was a nice area, you feel me? But the V Lounge was just as nice. Right. So we good. Like we good as far as that goes. But we need to be on a part where we can get a whole pit fight card on soundstage. Like that's what I want. Right. I want a card where, or even URL come down to soundstage or Rams Head and pack it out, and we can put some of these guys on there for a PG card. Like right. That's the whole point of this. Maybe, you know, if niggas can get on board, then cool. But if not, fuck.
I feel you on that most definitely. You know, that's like I said, that the whole point. Like I said, my whole point for being in the music scene and things that I do is to help give more notoriety to the scene, to the artists. To be able to say, you know, to give that push and put them up on a little bit of a pedestal and get their shine. That's why everything I've ever done has been in the spotlight. My mixtape series, my showcase, this show, everything has been in the spotlight. Right. Because I'm trying to put the spotlight on Baltimore even more than what's already here.
And I'm spoiled. We team premium when it comes to like I came into it thinking it was just gonna be, you know, 5 season open mics for a couple of years, and then boom, soundstage every time. Like
soundstage, auto bar,
right? Big stages, I'm packed out. Like
I remember, this is fun. This is okay. You all opened up for Wale. I don't think you. I
wasn't there yet. No.
Right, they opened up for Wale at Rams Head.
Yeah.
So It was me and Brianna. So Brianna was trying to get me up to the front so I could take pictures of Creamy.
Right.
So the girl was like, all this stuff, right? Brianna was like, can she get up there so she can take pictures of Team Cremate, and then you can get back up there once they're gone. She's like, I'm trying to see too. And we was like, whatever. So I took pictures. We all rocking, we screaming, we yelling, we singing along with people are looking at us. Me and Brianna are over here. There's some other people that are Team Cremate fans over here, and all of us are like rocking out, and people are going.
How do they know this stuff? How do they know this?
They looking up, man. Cremate gets off stage. Guess what? I left.
That's it. You can have everything.
I didn't even watch Wale. I left.
Oh, you left.
I left.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
I went home.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see Team Cremate on stage at Ram's Head.
And we don't mean no disrespect. Well, after we get off stage, we go right outside and we talk about what happened on stage. And there's no disrespect to the other acts. It's just once and it's not, like I said, it's no disrespect to these other acts. Once we get off stage, because they usually try to make us go first. And that's the funny part, because we'll go first, we'll go, or second, first, second, or third. We'll never go, when the last opening act supposed to. But we'll go, and then we'll leave out, and the next act will come on. And then we'll come back in, and they go, that dude good, but man, he wasn't that group, man. That group, they was the fat dude, and the tall dude, they was going off. Like, it's like.
What's funny is that I don't remember who it was, but it was at Soundstage, and it was the lineup, and somebody was like, why the hell is Cremate going so early? I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. I thought I was just being biased.
I think the only time that we really and we rocked it was Scar Akbar's album release party.
Yeah.
We went right before Scar.
Right.
And it was packed, and everybody was like, oh. Once we got on stage, everybody, I think it was Icon, J Royale.
Yeah. That was at Autobar.
Yeah, it was the lineup was crazy.
Was that the night that he brought out Black Flamingos?
Yes, and did it.
Because I think that's where I got a couple of pictures.
TAGMG.
Yes.
Jerome, shout out to Jerome, Street Scott, Jace, and all the other.
And all the 20 others.
Yes, all the other cliques of the Wu-Tang over there.
Right, exactly. Because, I can't keep track of all of them.
They're amazing groups.
And I've known all of them since back at Sonar days.
See, and I'm
and
just
Drag. I knew Drag as Pendragon before I knew he was an artist. I knew Pendragon because Al Shipley had a blog called Government Names, and Pendragon was constantly commenting on this blog, and I was like, yo, I need to meet this guy because he's so fucking smart.
Right.
Like, oh my God, I gotta meet him. And then I met him. I was like, you're Pendragon? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I seen your name on the blog and this.
Right.
And so I've known these guys, all of them, and there's so many of them.
Street Scott, I need a beat. I need beats.
So. Yeah, cause he's another one that's phenomenal.
He ain't no joke when it come down to that production stuff.
I find myself, Street Scott, not only music but his production is amazing, and I met him through Billy Live. Mm-hmm. He was on a song with Billy Live. Yeah, and I was like, yo, I love that. I love this song, and like I said, through shows at Sonar or whatever, Dro. He raps. He does graphic designs. He's
everything.
He
does everything.
And then, like I said, Scar Akbar is another one. These are like Renaissance men.
Right.
They do so many different things.
Exactly.
Scar does. He not only does he rap, he does production. He does treatments for videos. Yeah. He makes freaking movies. Jackpot's still my favorite.
Everything. The man is amazing. Like a lot of these dudes, and it's crazy because they need to be heard. Like,
right.
They need to be. Everybody needs the chance to be on that platform. Like, man, all these dudes, especially Dro. A lot of the graphics that we had is like, looking at like, wow, That was all drill. Especially my favorite is the Declaration. The scar with the flame. Well, it's so simple, and it's a black background and the flaming K, and it's like it's everything. It's everything I want. Like it's simple and it's plain, but I love it. Like, and that's drill. Drill fire with it. Like drill super fire. So was Scar. Scar's mean with it, especially with the with the whole design of the flyer that he had for his album release party. It was everything.
Everything he touches.
Yeah,
and that's like I said, like you surround yourself with people who have these talents, and you all like I said, like when it comes to music, the words, the lyrics to songs, they could be awesome, but they have to have the right beat to them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you have to have that right beat. You have to have. It's all chemistry.
And that's why the 11th letter took so damn long, because it was like, yeah, we all got the right well, we at the time we didn't. At the time it was we were all doing our own thing. Like Bones and Savage just came off the Beautiful Ashes thing, so they was fresh off that. I was doing the battle stuff, and like I said, a lot of stuff was going on. I'm like, gosh, I'm doing battles, and I'm going more into the battles than I am into the music. And it's like, all right, cool. But now it's like, we gotta do something. Like we gotta do something, and we didn't want to rush it, so we really sat down and we put our heads together, and it was just like crazy. Like that, the music selection to it was more mellowed out. Yeah, we got K-Town and Combo and Don't Give a Damn, but most of the tracks on there is slowed out. It's chills. It's something you ride around in your car to, and that's how we did it. Like, and we love it. Like that's our baby.
Right. And when you all put the gift out, like some of those tracks, like it's just, it's almost like, is that like a B-side? Like these were tracks that they were great, but they didn't make the 11th letter. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give you a little gift to remind you, hey, Team Creamman's still here.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we did. And it was like, I don't want to call them throwaways, but those, but it was like, these fire, but nah, they ain't making it. Like they didn't make it. Well, I was mad about Decisions not making it, and I'm like, wow, why is Decisions not making it? It's such a good record. It's like I love it, and it's like, nah, I did. And when I think about it, it really didn't fit with the whole concept of the 11th.
Right.
So it was like, cool.
Yeah, because and that's another thing. I like concepts.
Yeah, exactly.
I like concepts. I like music to have concepts. I like the whole album to be a concept.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That shows me that you all that the artist, no matter who it is, but the artist actually thought about it.
Exactly. That's how we didn't want to just put things together that we all recorded. We recorded this, we recorded that, we recorded this. All right, well, let's just put it all together since we did it all in one session. Let's just put it all together. So now,
one of my favorite songs on the 11th letter is All I Need featuring Rob 7.
Yeah.
And that's you and Flint.
Yep.
And for me, like I said, I like stories.
Right.
You're telling it's coming from, you can tell it's coming from you.
And that's what I take. I take a lot of pride in when I hear those soft tracks. I'm like, man, I gotta do me. Like I gotta do, like especially when I hear things like that and Let You Down with Jai Ivy. Like those two tracks, like I hold those verses dear to me because it's like that's what I'm going through. That's what it really was, and that's real to me. Like that's what real is.
Right.
Like it's nothing realer than that. And how I'm feeling about, you feel me, certain things about my life, how my day-to-day movements.
Because see, like I said, like I say this all the time, music is therapy. It's not only therapy for you as an artist, like I said, you're going through something, whether it's negative, whether it's good, whether it's indifferent, whatever, you put it out in your music to help you deal with whatever you're going through.
Exactly.
And for me as a listener, it's my therapy because I might be going through something, similar to what you're going through. And here I'm hearing this and I'll be like, yo, if they're going through it, then I'm going through it. I'm not by myself in this.
Exactly.
You know, and people don't understand it. Just like when I write certain things, like I'll write, you know, I talk about my depression.
Right.
I have deep depression. I have a major depressive disorder. I don't take medication for it. I refuse.
Right.
Because I don't want to be a freaking zombie or sleep all the damn time.
And that's and I got some of the same issues, but I don't talk about it in my music yet because I feel as though like I got a lot of other things that I want to speak on before I start speaking on what's my issue, my problems and things like that. Like I got other things why I feel a certain way, but not actually how I feel.
You know, and I've had people tell me, "Oh, Lisa, you shouldn't write that on.
Right.
You shouldn't do that because, you know, people can use that against you. Use it against me how?
Right.
Like I'm like a comedian. A comedian will make fun of themselves,
right?
So nobody, right?
Yeah.
So with me, I talk about it, but just as many people tell me, "Oh, Lisa, you shouldn't talk about that. You shouldn't post that out there." I got people in my inbox telling me, "Thank you."
Exactly. Me
because
too.
I've done helped them to realize they're not the only ones going through it.
Yes.
And you know, like I have a disc in my neck that's pressing on my spinal cord. If I lift something the wrong way, I'm going to be paralyzed. They won't do surgery yet because it's not that bad. But if it continues to move, I'm going to have to get surgery on my neck. I have nerve damage in my back. I have all these issues going on.
Right.
And when I talk about the stuff that I'm dealing with, you know, it helps me by getting it off of me.
Right.
And then I can go on. Like I had Scar Akbar a couple years ago. I had talked about something, and he read it and he took offense to it or something. So like 3 days later, he hit. Yeah, you said something on your post about da da da. I was like, what post? He was like, such and such post. I said, that was 3 days ago, Scar. I don't know. Like I don't moved on from that.
Right. Exactly.
You know, I write it to get it off of me. It might not even be something I'm dealing with. Like I could have been having a conversation with you, and because it's something that you're going through and it's wearing on me, I gotta write something to get it off of me.
Exactly.
You know, and it's, you know, it's just that, and I have a lot of people talk to me about a lot of shit. and so when I write stuff, people are like, I'm like, it's not even about me. My mother did that. My mother got on my post a couple times. And I had to say, Ma, this is not even about me.
Right.
It is not even about me. I quoted Told Me, the hook to Told Me by Kevin Gates, where he's talking about suicide. And I quoted it because I was in that mood. Like, I wasn't trying to kill myself, but I was just in that deep, dark depression. So I, you know, painkillers in the cup.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Pray to God. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I posted that up. And I logged off, completely logged off. My homegirl, she texted me, what's going on? I'm like, nothing, I'm dealing with some shit. I don't want to be bothered.
Right.
So I logged off. Tay the G wrote a paragraph talking about it's not worth it, Lisa, don't. I said, can you go in there and tell Tay that it's just a chorus?
Right.
It's just a hook in a Kevin Gates song, please. Like it's not that deep.
Yeah,
I appreciate the love, appreciate the concern.
Right, but it's not. It's just a song. Right.
You know, so music is my therapy. Like I said, Keep Calm by Poe. My daughter, you know, Cashmere, she listened to that. She listens to a lot of Team Cremate. My son listens to a lot of Team Cremate.
Appreciate y'all.
You know, so I mean, it's a family thing.
Yeah, we appreciate. You know that, though. You know we love y'all.
So you know, and
babies is my nieces, man, and nephews.
I know. You see the latest one.
Yes. Oh, it's real.
She looks just like Cashmere. She was a baby.
Yes, it's crazy.
Hey Ross, Elijah said he want to be a battle rapper just like you.
Carol, go somewhere.
He will be like Masha Mackay.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna get him in there. Somebody's bound to do it. I got what, 8. I'm scared that my daughter is gonna want you. Like that's the only person that I'm like, nah, you can't. Like you can't do it. Like you can't do it. But everybody else is fair game. Like you can jump in this. Like my nephews and my other niece, y'all can jump right into this.
But it's different when it's your own.
Yeah, it's like nah. Because if somebody do something, I don't feel the type of way.
That's like Cash. My daughter, she used to write. She used to write rhymes.
Why you stop, sis? Come on, get back.
But she will never. She won't get on stage and perform though. But she used to write rhymes. She started out doing parodies. She started out doing parodies.
That's what I would do. I would do the same thing.
And she would write. You know, she wrote poetry. She did all that stuff. Jared, he talks about it, but Jared, I love my son. I tried to get him to come with me tonight because he hasn't been here ever.
Yeah, come on.
He talks about rapping and stuff, and I'm like, you have no rhythm. You have your father's rhythm. You don't have your mommy's rhythm. Mommy's got rhythm and daddy doesn't. So
people like that.
Let me tell you, my children's father was doing a stinky leg way before there was a stinky leg.
Oh man.
Okay. The Pee Wee Herman and shit.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that we joke him all the time. We joke him all the time. Like I'd be like, yo, how are you a black man and have no fucking rhythm? How?
It's something out there, bruh. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Like how? And I have more rhythm than you. How is that possible? I'm confused. I really am. But yeah. So next Sunday is gonna be.
Yeah, it's real.
You locked in?
Yeah,
you locked in?
I'm actually I can't. I'm not even supposed to be out. I did this for you, you know. No. I love you, so I'm not even supposed to be out. I went out and because I had to come out today. I went out and did some things, but I know.
I seen my baby.
I went to Savage House.
That look on her face.
Oh, she's a diva.
She looked like, why are you taking this picture?
And that's what she does that a lot. Like sometimes she'll smile. A lot of times she's like, I don't want to. And that's how I am. I don't like unless I'm doing the music. Like when I'm just sitting around chilling. I'm not a picture guy.
I seen where somebody had cropped your picture out and said you was posing.
Yeah. I'm like, we just sitting here chilling. Like
I know Destiny was on her
phone.
phone.
Yeah, I got my hoodie on. Like, no, I don't like pictures, but when I'm doing stuff, I like professional. See,
that's me.
Yes,
I was at the Ja Rule show, and my friend Carrie was there, and her and Lil Black took a picture together. And I was like, because because I was standing there and I looked and I was photobombing. Right. So I ducked down so I wouldn't be in the picture. I was like, because I don't like my picture taken. She said, well, I don't care.
Right, exactly. And I'm like,
it was actually a pretty good picture.
Yeah, it's but
I'm behind the camera.
Right, a lot. So
so there's certain times when I, if I'm cute, then I want my picture taken. Because I'm cute,
right?
But a lot of times, I'm good. Don't take my picture.
Okay. And that's how I be feeling. And I'm getting now because dealing with these niggas, planting them. They always want to be camera. Hey, take this. Hey, we want to take. All right, now we good. Let's do it. Now I'm more into it.
That's because they like they like pictures of themselves.
They love pictures. They love themselves. But now I'm getting into it, and it's like. I'm doing more funny stuff behind the camera, posing and things like that.
That's why I like posting throwback pictures of Savage. When he had the baby dreads.
Yes. The beard just started.
That's why Hugger always at least got all the pictures. Yep. Yo, them pictures are on MySpace. Oh. Yes, them pictures are on MySpace. Like I said, I've been in this scene for a while, and I've got to take pictures of a lot of artists. And I've seen the artists come, I've seen artists go, and I've seen venues come and go. Yeah. We was just talking, like I said, last week I had Kojo on here, and Kojo was talking about, he said something, he was like, I got to thank, he said Stacy, because he was, Taste International. Like we would come down there. We come down from Annapolis, and I was like, "Talking about Stacy Baker." He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I know Stacy." Yeah. I didn't know, didn't know that was your father because you never said anything, and nobody ever said it because it was it wasn't like it was a hidden thing. It was just a. Rebel just wants to.
I wanted to separate myself at first, and that's I still do. I wanted to separate. I didn't want to. Oh, that's Stacy's son. I didn't want to hold on to that. Like
Right.
now everybody knows and it's cool, but I've already made.
But you've already proven yourself. You didn't.
I didn't ride nobody's coattails. I did my own weed.
My only, and I wasn't even there that night, but I watched the video over and over. Whenever I hear Raw, Doc, every time I hear that name is the night that Trigger got stripped of his shirt at 5 Seasons.
Yeah.
But see, like whenever I hear like Stacy's name, I automatically think of Taste.
Yeah.
And you know, giving a platform for people to come there, and I've got plenty of pictures from there. You know, from the different shows and whatnot. The video shoot Ty Gutta did there. I think I hid from that camera. I did. I hid from that camera. I was cute. I don't want to be in this video.
Yeah.
Ty did another video called "Passing Me By," and Brian sent it to me. He did the videography.
Right.
He sent it to me. Sent me the link, and I'm watching it. And as I'm watching this video, I was like, oh, because I had to work that day, but I had stopped by before I went to work, and we was all standing around talking. I was like, all right, y'all, I got to go because I got to go to work.
Right.
So I said, I just want to stop by and show some love. So I see the video, and I'm watching. I was like, oh, yeah, it was, you know, big turnout cars, you know, with basketball court, everything. And then at the end, you see the camera pan, and there's Ernest, and there's me. Brian said, did you see yourself? Yes, the fuck I did. How the hell? He said, I had to get you somehow.
Yeah.
I've been in a few videos. That's another thing. I don't want to be in a video. When the video for Burn Everything was shot outside 5 Seasons, I was behind the camera taking pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And so then I'm standing up there talking, and something said, look to your right, Lisa. And I was like, and there's Bones with the camera filming me. He's like, ha, got you.
Yep.
I was like, son of a bitch.
Yep, and we does that.
Yes, I know. I'm in that video.
Yes.
Spence, fuck you mean?
Oh, yeah. That's my song.
Let me tell you.
That's my song.
Lisa, you gotta be in this video. Why I gotta be in the video? Because you gotta be in the video.
You gotta be in the
okay,
video.
so I stood in the video, but I stood behind Heard. Can't even see me, not for a split second. I'm behind Heard. I was in.
I know every word. When that song plays, I'm like,
yeah.
Ain't on me. That's my song. Like, that's my song.
Just like how I know if a song is good is I play it for Caden.
Mm-hmm.
He loves that song. He loved the song, the Team Cremate song, One Time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he loved that one. But
I was so mad I couldn't get over that song.
He but like I said, Team Cremate, he's listened to Team Cremate since he was in the womb, so
yeah, so we understand.
right. So yeah. But
number one of the K babies.
right. I didn't even think about that.
Right.
Caden.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I used to try to steal babies. I tried to steal Flint's son, and then he brought him to pit fights, because he didn't have a babysitter. So
he was asleep too. That was the quietest baby for a battle album.
He so my son took pictures of me and holding Braylon, and I took pictures of Jarrett was holding him, and then Kayla was holding him. Because I told you, me and Kayla, we was plotting.
Right.
We was plotting. We've been plotting on since he was born. So we had pictures. So I had posted a picture up, I think on my IG. And I didn't tag him in it because I didn't know if he, you know, because my page is private. Mm-hmm. So he was like, oh, so you just going to post a picture of my son and not tag me in it? I was like, sorry.
My bad.
My bad. But, yeah, I like babies as long as I can get. I told him, I said, I'll steal them and I'll give them back to you when he's around 2 because that's when they start getting really out of hand.
Yeah.
I said,
what I'm dealing with right now, little diva. She ain't even 2 yet. Like,
oh, yeah. Kate was the same way.
I have terrible 2s. I'm like, what you talking about? She's terrible. Now. Right now. She don't care. She throw cups. She be going off.
Well, she probably gets it from her mama's side.
Yeah. I say the same thing. She get the crazy from that side. And,
you know, because my kids, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Right. She might not be.
Yeah, nah.
Right.
I run away. That's fine. That's fine. You just get to throwing stuff, both of them. All right, I'm out. Let me just go ahead and step outside.
It's yeah, because I used to throw things too. Cashmere did too. Cashmere, she threw things. She threw something. She was pregnant with Tempe, and her and Jared got into it, and she threw the house phone at him, but hit me.
Wow. Right
in the chest. Boom. Ugh. I said, what? She said, I'm sorry, Ma. I said, see, that's what the fuck you get for throwing shit. It's like, y'all stop. Like, when I used to let them just go ahead and fight it out until, like, Cashmere start talking about her shoulder because her shoulder pops out. So I'd be like, all right, just go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go and get it on up.
Get it off your chest. Go ahead. And when she started talking about her shoulder, I'd be like, all right, that's enough. Get up.
Yeah.
She wear his ass out. just go ahead. Just only one right now.
Yes.
Yes, because now, like, Caden tries to kidnap his sister. I had her earlier. Was it earlier today? Yeah, okay. The days run by quickly.
Yes.
And I took her back upstairs because she was asleep, and she had been asleep for like hours in my bed. Everybody goes in my bed and goes to sleep. So I took her upstairs to her father.
Right.
And here goes Caden. Tempe, give me a hug. So I put her down, and he goes, and I'm like, hey, hold up.
Nah.
He wants to love on his sister.
Yeah, all day.
And
I'm good with one. I think I'm one and done. I think I'm good. Like, nah. I don't want to. I mean, she want more. I'm good.
You will change your mind as Chloe gets a little bit older. You probably want a son.
I do want a son, but
there's no guarantee. I know.
Yeah, I don't want a shot again, and then boom, oh, beautiful baby girl again. And I'm like, look, B, I can't do it because it's not now. I'm fine with now. It's later. It's 13 and up. That's when I'm scared. Like, that's when I get scared. Even 11 and up, maybe.
Yeah, they grow up too fast.
Exactly,
right now.
And she 1 right now, and she'll be 2 in July. So it's like, I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. And she's already a diva. She likes, she throws stuff. She wants things her way. So it's like, I got.
Well, she's always been like that, though.
She gets her way because she's so spoiled. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, I mean, first child.
Yeah. And
I'm sure she's the first. Is she the first grandchild for? She's not the first grandchild for Destiny's mom.
Yes. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, and she's a girl.
Yeah. It's real.
It's real. And that's like I everybody accuses me of spoiling my grandchildren, and I don't spoil my grandchildren. Tempe is spoiled because of her father, because he's got 3 boys and a girl.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. Like, I'm good. Like, she acts just like me, so I'm good. Like, I'm fine. She acts like me sometimes, and when our mom's not around, we sit back and we watch movies and we just chill. We won't speak for hours. And we won't move. We'll eat snacks in the bed and we don't speak. And we just good. When our mother in there, she riled up. She want to jump around and stuff. Once it's me and her, the vibe is like just me and her. And we good. But after that, she wild. She goes up. She'll cry. She'll scream, kick around. But usually she just chill with me.
See, that's how Caden had started getting into that point to where he was like a handful, like just a hand. He's kind of calmed down a little bit,
right.
But he's still like, he's got ADHD. I swear he does. He's hyper. He doesn't pay it. Like you tell him something and it just goes everywhere.
Right.
And like he was in my chair because I have a recliner in my bedroom. And he was in the recliner stepping up, and he put his hand up on my shoulder. Well, this is my bad shoulder from where I fell, and it's still messed up. So he pushed on my shoulder. I was like, get off my chair, because he was climbing on my chair, and I had the baby in my arm. So Cassie was standing. She was like, your grandmother said get down. And he was like, he was ignoring her. So she grabbed the clothes hanger. It was like, you haven't been getting no beatings, but you can get one today. Right. So he kind of like looked at her. He was like, get up on your grandmother's bed. Yeah. So he got up on the bed and he goes, I was like, who are you huffing at?
Right.
Who you mad at? Who you mad at? You mad because you're not listening?
Right. Exactly.
So yeah.
That's
and then,
exactly
like I said, and then Ava's back up in Pennsylvania. But Ava, she's got this thing now. Jared goes, he talks to her every day. They video chat every day. And he was like, Ava, stop, you're a weirdo. She said, I'm not a weirdo. It was just so cute. Like, as soon as I can, I'm going up and going and getting her for a couple weeks. But, you know, kids are a blessing. I could say that now. Because mine are 22 and Jared will be 20 at the end of this month.
Wow. Like, I grew up and I'm like, dang, he was just as young as me. He was younger than me.
Right.
And he was in there just chilling. We was just chilling.
Yeah, because Cashmere is 22. She'll be 23 this year.
For real?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a year older than you.
Wow.
Yep. So, like I said, the babies is all growing up.
All grown. And it's crazy to me because now I'm seeing like what it is to be an adult. And I'm like, paying bills and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I got a kid now and it's like I can't do nothing anymore. Like, I gotta be on a straight and narrow path now. Like I have to. I see it and I'm like, now I'm old. Like I feel old and I'm cool with that. I like being old, but I also like being young. Well,
you're gonna be able to be kind of young on Sunday when you up there.
And tear the fur off Jay Moore. Look, URL Survivor Series DMV, Survivor Series PGs, Rebel versus Jay Moore. I'm gonna tear the fur off that young man. Like, and bring, like, I didn't think about it, like, as how much Baltimore really fuck with me. Like, cause now this battle going on and it's like, oh, you've been rocking for years and I've been watching like you have.
Right.
I ain't know. Well, yeah, and then I think about it, like I've been stopped a lot of times, like during school when I was in school and I'm walking to you know, when the bus stops, people just stop me. Yo, you be doing this, you do that.
Now you know how Shaka Pitts feels when people stop him.
Like crazy. I'm driving in the car one time by St. Agnes. I'm on Wilkins. You stop me on a red light. Yo, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, I don't know you. Like I don't know. I don't want no problems.
Right. Where you know me from?
Yeah. Say, oh, you be on YouTube? Oh, yeah. I be on there. Yep, I'm on YouTube. I ain't outside no more.
Yeah, you like, wait a minute, hold up. What you trying to put me in?
What you mean?
What you trying to put me into?
Like, where you know me from? Like,
right. Right. That's like, well, I usually get stopped and be like, you from Dundalk? No. I know. Look, and this is what I tell them. I know all big white girls all look alike. I know. It's just not me.
But no, I'm not that lady.
Hell no. I'm not even from Baltimore. What are you talking about? I told somebody that the other a couple weeks ago. I was like, I ain't from Baltimore. They was like, I thought you were. I was, hell no. I've been here since 2003.
Right.
I started coming over here in 2000. I was dating somebody from over here. Well, a couple people I've been dating off and on. And because my philosophy in dating was this. I lived on the Eastern Shore. So I'm not going to date nobody from the Eastern Shore because it's too accessible for them to come knocking on my door. So I'm going to date people who live in Baltimore. One guy I dated was from Virginia. Yeah. Oh, he was a bodybuilder, exotic dancer.
Oh, you was getting that.
Yeah, then he moved to I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry. I've been trying to find you ever since. I don't know where you are. I think you're in Arizona. You might be. I don't know. But my philosophy was always that. So then I moved to Baltimore. I was actually engaged to somebody. That's the reason why I moved here. And then 8 months after I moved here, he emailed me and told me he got married the day before. Yeah. We'd been together for 3.5 years. Yeah. So after that, I met my husband, who was from D.C.
Oh.
And we were together for 1.5 years before he passed. So I dated guys, after he passed away, I dated guys who lived not on the west side because I lived on Poplar Grove. So
You was in trenches.
Yeah, I was ringtone lady. I was ringtone. So I dated guys that lived other places because I didn't want anybody popping up or calling me talking about, like I said, bless you. So then I moved over east. I didn't want to date anybody from that way. So you know, if I dated anybody before. I just didn't, because that was a thing of mine. Like, I don't want anybody, because I had a friend of mine do that shit to me one day. I was standing on the front porch and he, you know, he hit my phone. I was like, what's up? He was like, what's up, Cupcake? He called me Cupcake. I was like, nothing. He was like, you look good standing on that porch. I said, where the fuck are you at? Yeah. I'm looking around going, where the fuck are you at? He was across the street. He was across Poplar Grove on his homeboy's porch. So, yo, don't do that shit no more. Yeah. That kind of shit will get you shot.
Yeah, that's
yeah. So, now I'm just, now I'm dating. My dating life is non-existent. I'm over the dating scene. I have a friend, and that's all I need. I'm too old. Oh, Lisa, you're not too old. There's somebody out there for you. My friend is all I need. And when he's gone, I have my cats. What more? Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's already 9 o'clock. Wow. So, yeah. I thank you for coming through. Like, I wanted you to come on. Like, I stay booked. I'm booked for 2 months. Like, I'm like, March is just about, I've got 3 dates in March now that are open.
Somebody had cancer. I'll be there. Somebody
you know what I mean? So I've been trying to get Cremate to come do my show since I started doing my show.
It's not
because
hard to get us together.
But at the first time, like, because my show was on Saturday, Bones couldn't be there because Bones was working. You know, and I understood that. So, but guess what? Got something for y'all's asses. The program that we use to broadcast our radio show with is on my laptop.
We got it.
So even if we can't do it here, I can do it somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
And I can always do the YouTube anywhere.
Yeah, we good.
But no, because I showed so much love for so many people with my first show, with my first few shows, people that were very instrumental in me being a part of the scene. And Team Cremate was one of those, you know, and I had hit Savage up, and, you know, it was always, you know, something. So I kind of just gave up. I figured if y'all want to be on my show, y'all gonna say, hey.
It's hard to get us together. Like, it's Flint's old, so he falls asleep early. Bones, they live far, so that, you know, he coaches and he works and, you know, he does his thing. Yeah. Savage is fat, so he sleeps too. He eats a lot. He can't go places because he gets
I hope they see all this. I might just take this out and just like post this as a clip and be like, this is what he really thinks about you guys.
It's just crazy.
No, but I mean that's why like I said, I understood that, you know, I never felt any kind of way because y'all could do, you know, street legal, because I have screenshots from their stream because I did.
Like, and that took.
Yeah, you know. But see, that's just my thing. Like, I just wanted to show love to those who, you know, were showing love to me. Right. And I was like, all right, whenever you guys can get it together.
Yeah.
We you know, like,
I'm here now. I got you.
You know, but I really wanted to get you on here because of the, you know, like I said, LeVar had said something to me when he hit me and told me that Judah Priest was, you know, sick. I knew Judah was sick because Judah added me on Facebook under his real name.
Oh yeah,
under his government name.
Exactly.
And he made an event page. He made an event page for the interview. Right. And was like, I'm making you a host so you can go in and fix all the information. He said, you know, I was like, cool, okay. Right. Yeah. So I did all that, and then LeVar hits me last minute, and goes, he's got to cancel. He's got to reschedule because he's sick. He doesn't even have a voice. I was like, fuck. I was like, all right. So I hit him up, and I was like, look, LeVar just hit me. You know, get better soon.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Take care of yourself. Please. You know, we'll reschedule. Even if I got somebody that night, yeah. Right. I'll do extra long or some shit. Because I really want to get him in here because of who he is. I think I've taken pictures of him before. I don't know. But then I was like, he was like, you don't want me to hit up Comp? I was like, yeah, because I want to get Comp in here, but he lives out in LA. I never know when he's here.
Yeah.
Well, Comp lost his father.
Oh, man.
So
brother.
So I was like, so I hit him. I was like, I'm sorry to hear about your loss. He was like, thank you. I was like, oh.
Wow, man.
Let me hit Rebel up and see if he can do it because he's got the URL. That's something big. I need to get him because I know I seen the Skipper's interview with you.
Right.
That's one of the only times I've ever watched another show, to be honest. I don't watch anybody else's show. They don't watch mine.
Yeah.
So I watched it and I was like, and Skipper was like, he was asking all the questions. He was talking to you and Bella was on the phone and, you know, I was just like, yeah, I definitely got to get him in here on my show. My show is totally different than everybody else's. You know?
I couldn't announce what was going on then because I didn't know what was going on. Like, I didn't know, so I had to just... It's in October, and it didn't happen in October, and I'm telling everybody what's going on. I'm telling Cremate, yo, it's going on, it's going down, and then boom, it get pushed back. Then it's December. It's about to happen in December. All right, it's getting pushed back. It's getting pushed. Boom, January. Right. All right, it's not about to happen. It's not going down. It's not. Then the car dropping. I'm like, oh
shit.
Oh, shit. Like I gotta get ready. Like, you know. So it's like once the car dropped, I was like, cool. But then I seen URL talking about it, so I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, okay. And then but I was getting ready for Al, so I couldn't even be excited about it.
Right.
So now I'm getting ready for Al, and I hear the talks, and then I finish writing for Al, and I go straight into writing for J Moore. And it's like now I'm a week away, and it's like I finally get to sit back and I'm not done yet until but after this I get to sit back and just relax for a minute. And then I gotta get ready for March. I'm back in VA. I gotta go down to 7 City Shops, and it's a big card, so I gotta take at least a week off and then back at it.
But at least you have some time
I got
between.
Some time. Yeah, but it's like I really don't because it takes me long to prepare, and if I want to do it right, I gotta just go.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to see you choking and none of that stuff.
I don't want to choke either. I'm tired of choking. I haven't choked. Oh yeah, thank. I haven't choked or stumbled all year, and I feel good about that. Yeah, thank. All 2017 I haven't, and I don't plan on doing it this year. And I'm trying not
as long as you, my thing is, as long as you stay prepared, as long as you go over and go over and go over, and that's one thing. Like, it's to me, it's kind of similar to music because like. I used to write poetry. I can't recite one fucking thing I've written because it's not. I write it to get it off my brain.
Exactly.
And, so with music, it's something different. Let me tell you, a friend of mine, he's an artist. He does music, and he used to send me stuff that he was working on.
Right.
And he sent me this beat, and I'm listening to the beat. I'm like, oh, I love this beat. So it's the hook, his verse, the hook. For the second, for the space for the second, it's just open, and then it's the end part. I was like, I'm listening to his words, I'm listening to his beat. This beat made me want to write.
Yes.
I was like, and I couldn't because I've never written a song before, but it just had me wanting,
Exactly.
I just wanted to write to that beat so bad. He said he finished the track. He hasn't sent it to me yet. I was like, that was like
amazing.
Yeah,
that's how it is. Like, that's how I be feeling.
It's funny how I can sit here and I can't sing any songs. Really, I can't. If somebody like the meme that's on there, if somebody held a gun to your head and you had to recite, it would be "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star."
Yep, exactly.
Because anything else, I'm not going to remember unless the song is playing with me. I can, except for Lottie Dottie.
Yeah.
Because how I knew the words of Lottie Dottie is, I recorded it off the radio. And I played it on my tape, and then I stopped it, and I wrote the words, and I wrote the words, wrote the word. So I had it on paper.
Right.
So other than that, don't ask me to recite nothing. But put a song on, play a song, I can sing right along with it.
Right.
Don't ask me the words, I don't know. So like I said, with that, with the battles, it's amazing to me when I go to battles, when I was going to battles, and to see you guys just remember the shit. And for Apex is one of the few people who can freestyle.
Freestyle his ass off. He freestyles a lot of his battles, and you wouldn't even know it.
Right, and he's done a battle, and then after the battle, I was like, yo, that was awesome. He was like, I freestyled that whole third verse. I forgot my third verse.
How?
Or I didn't even write the third verse. I just freestyle. I was like, I hate you, yo.
And he's done that, and I don't really feel like writing anymore, so I think I'm just
right.
Freestyle. Like, what? You gonna do what? Is he, yeah, man, I was just freestyle. Even one battle, I think it was against P Stacks. I'm not sure if he freestyled in the third or not, but I think that's what he did.
Yeah.
He was like, freestyle. It's like, how? How did you do it? Like, how? Teach me how to do. Just came to me. Like, all right, well, I can't freestyle for shit. You getting everything that I wrote down, and I promise you, I may rebuttal here and there, but I'm terrible at freestyle. I don't even try. Like, I don't even. I mean, I tried, but
I got into it with my ex about that too, about the freestyle, like freestyle and writtens, and it was like, because he was like, well, why can't Rebel do both of them? Talking about the URL and out. I said, because he has to write for, he can't write for both. I was like, okay, try writing two damn songs at the same fucking time.
Exactly.
And try to remember those songs.
And try writing 3 songs. Try writing 6 songs, because that's what it is. It's 2 minutes.
Right.
Try writing 6 songs, 2 minutes, or try writing 6 2-minute verses. And try to remember all of them.
Right, and that's why I try to get him to understand. I said, this is a written league.
Yeah,
it is a written league, and you know he has to write and memorize, and everything is not. You know, I've seen people battle somebody, and all the shit that they're saying has no direct correlation with the person that they're rapping against.
Exactly.
It's just general shit.
And
it could go for anybody who's in front of them. That's cool, but I really want to hear some. You know, like
a personal attack.
The worst a personal attack I think that I heard in a long, long time, whether it was true or whether it was not true, was that Hazzy battle when Bars said something about her being at Rolla's Hotel.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yep.
Whether or not it was true, hey, guess what?
I think Poe versus O-Dub, where he was just saying to him, like, the way he was going. Stop. And he didn't stop. He kept going. And I'm like, that was that's how I want to, you know, that's how I see it. Like, I want to do that. Because
my thing is, that generalized stuff is cool.
Right.
But when you throw personal shit at somebody, that means, like,
it works. It works. It works. It just works. And that's how I had to learn about, you know, a lot of that in my battle shit. Like, I had to learn, like, go ahead and do person, because at first I didn't. I did a lot of general balls, but that's what won. Once you looked at it on canvas, like, he was just out barring him. Right. I'm like, well, it's not giving me nothing. Now I'm putting little personal stuff in there, like little bars here and there about a battle rapper's public life. I don't have to dig for information. I don't do none of that. Right. But when I use it, what I use is like, oh, that hits very well. It goes over well. So it's like, all right, cool. That's because it's stuff that you go to their page and you see for yourself. Yeah, exactly. Or you go to their battles and you see and everything. And like I said, I think that kind of hits, because I've learned over the years that people look at, like, what I look at, this is how it used to be. They'd be like, Lisa, who you think won? I think so-and-so won. No, so-and-so had more of this. Yo, just stop asking me. Right, you gonna tell me I'm wrong. Exactly. Like, you know, oh, he had punches. He had more of this. He had more of this. Let's have it hitting home. Let's have it, it's a joke for the crowd, but not a joke for him. Like, right. And I don't want, because I'm tired of, Al made me laugh his third round. His third round, he made me laugh. But don't make me laugh. Yeah, don't do that. Joke me. Don't set out to joke me. Because now it's like, I wrote all this material to hurt you. Like, to hurt your feelings. And now I'm thinking you try to make me laugh. Like, no. Because, I'm not here to laugh. That's what Al's known for, is his little jokes, his little quirks or whatever. And that's all well and good. Now, E.T. and Bones. Oh, when he talks to the shoes. Ooh. You know, I was like, did he freestyle that, or did he really, really mean to do this shit? I'm confused. And, you know, Will had posted up the moments in pit fights. And I've watched that a couple times, but when he posted it up again, I watched it again, and it was like some of the best, it was just some of the best things in the world. I mean, it was crazy, and and every time that Mike Nice's face would show on camera, I would just get a little,
you know, a little,
right. Yep. When I watch my battles and my older battles, and you just see him standing up laughing, yeah, like it was crazy.
That's like when I go through the pictures after he had passed.
Yeah.
I went through my pictures and I was like, damn, I didn't realize I take this many pictures of Mike, because it got to the point to where I would sneak pictures of Mike because he would be doing some crazy shit. He'd be laughing, he'd be, you know, doing all kinds of stuff.
And
that's
he made sure if you was a pit battler when Mike Nice was around, he made sure you was straight. Like, it was like, whatever you wanted, he made sure you got it. Like, yeah, if you needed it, he had it. Like, and he made sure you was straight.
He was, look, the day,
rap his ass off.
My, the last time that I seen him, it was like, about a week or so before he passed. I was at the hospital with him and his girl. And, cause he hit me the day before. He was like, you know, who are you beefing with? Cause it was something I had wrote.
Right. And
I was like, I'm not beefing with nobody. It's just a dude that's in his fucking feelings. He was like, I know you ain't worried about no dude, Lisa. Because me and Mike had conversations. Right. You know, he'd hit me every once in a while and be like, what you doing? Where you going?
Right. Yeah.
He'd be like, Mike, oh, you was in my hood, you didn't stop by? Sorry. I was dropping my daughter off a block over from your house. Like, whatever. So I went up, he hit me, he was like, I said, nah, it's just some dude in his feelings. No, you ain't worried about that, Lisa. No, I'm not. He was like, I know you ain't. I said, what's going on? He was like, I've been in this fucking hospital for three weeks. What the fuck?
We never knew nothing was going on. I'm at the depot like, where the fuck Mike Nice at? Like, what? Where the hell? Shaka not saying nothing to nobody.
Right.
I'm like, where the fuck is it? I'm looking at him like, Shaka, where Mike?
Right.
No, I don't know where he is. I thought he probably, all right. Then we find out, and then we find out he was gone. I was like, yo, that's...
He hit me, and I was like, I said, well, where you at? And he was like, Union Memorial. I said, I was right down the fucking street. I was like, I'm coming up there tomorrow. So I went up there, and it was just me and him. He was on the phone, and it was just me and him sitting in there. And his girl walked in, and I was like, oh, fuck. Mm-hmm. She don't know me.
Right.
Who this big ass white girl here with you, Mike? So I was like, hi. He was like, oh, this is Lisa. Lisa's my girl. I was like, hey, how you doing? I said, I don't know what takes pictures. Oh, okay. Yeah. As soon as I say that, like all females like kind of calm down.
Want to take pictures?
Yeah. I take pictures. Go to Paparazzi. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So he was in there. We was talking. He was like, Lisa, look at my fucking face. Side of his face swollen. And we were just talking about everything. And was talking about what was going on with me, with the whole situation. He was like, I didn't know nothing about that. I said, of course you didn't know nothing about that. Who gonna tell you? Ain't nobody gonna tell you that shit happened.
Right.
They not gonna tell you, because why? You gonna tell that person to his face, exactly. You're a fucking dumbass. Exactly. This is Lisa of all my... And that's what he said. He says, Lisa, it's you of all motherfucking people. He was like, you in the trenches with us. I was like, just saying.
Right.
So, we had a conversation, we talked and everything. And, his people was coming in. His family was coming in. I was like, well, look, it's getting crowded in here. And I got to get ready to go because I don't remember how much time was on my meter. I was like, I'm going to come back up here maybe in a few days or whatever. So next thing I know, he's going in for emergency surgery. And then they saying that he might not make it. I was like, I got to get the fuck back up there. So right. I went up there on Saturdays before I came to my show. And the nurse was like telling me to go into this room. I went in there. Josh was in there. His girl was in there. All his family was in this room. Right. So I'm sitting there with the family, chilling.
Right, chilling.
Me and Josh geeking, talking. Me and Keisha talking. His baby mother and his son was in there, so I got to meet them. I think I got to meet his father. Got to meet one of his other brothers. I met the whole family.
Right, family. Right.
So time was going on. Josh was like, "Have you been there and see?" I said, "No, they told me to come in here." He was like, oh, well, you can go and see him. I said, yes, because I said, I've got to be going to the radio show, my show and all. So I went in there, and the nurse was like, well, I'm not done. She was changing the stuff. And I was like, well, I've got to go. I said, and, I just wanted to let him know I was here.
Right.
So at that time, he couldn't talk because he had the tube down his throat and everything, but he could blink. So I went over there, and I looked at him, and I was talking to him. And I was like, telling, just saying, I've been here, I've been sitting there with the family, whatever. I said, but I got to go. I said, I got to go do my show. And I said, look, I said, I love you. And he looked at me, blinked. I said, did you hear what I said? I said, I love you, Mike. And he blinked his eyes. I was like, all right. And that was the last time.
Right.
But I got to see him. I got to talk to him.
Right.
I wanted to go to his funeral, but I had no way of getting there.
Should have called me.
You know, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to handle it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know either. Like, because for me, it was like, that's like a big brother. Mm-hmm. Like, anytime I seen him downtown or anything like that, I was good.
Right.
He made sure I was good. Hey, take.
He was on the phone when I went to the hospital the first time. He was on the phone with his homeboy who was up in Pennsylvania and was getting ready, told his girl, yo, I need you to send him $25 so he can do this, so he can get his ID, so he can blah, blah, blah.
Right.
He was more worried about his homeboy. Right. He was more worried about the situation that I was dealing with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Than
what he was. And that's just how Mike was.
And that's how he was, exactly.
You know, like I said,
that's how I felt. Like,
he hit me up and was like, who you beefing with? I ain't beefing with nobody.
Right.
Lisa, who you beefing with? I'm not beefing with nobody.
And that's why I feel like when it happened, I'm like, damn, like, what the fuck? Mike was always cool with me. It wasn't nothing that Mike wasn't like, we good. Mm-hmm. You need something, Rebel? You good? You straight? I'm straight. Yeah.
Every time we would be at a venue, Ma, you good?
Yep.
Yes, I'm good. You sure? I'm fine. So if I had a look on my face, Ma, what's wrong? Nothing, Poe. Mm-hmm. Why you look like that? Poe, I'm good. I'm good, Poe. I'm gonna tell you another incident. We were at Soundstage. I don't remember what show it was. It might have been Redman. Might have been Jadakiss. I don't know which one it was. You guys had performed. So I'm standing over there where they got the VIP section at most of the time. Mm-hmm. So I'm standing there talking to my friend Kima. So I'm standing there talking to Kima. Security goes past us and tries to get this guy. The guy runs. It's a dead end, bitch. Where are you going? So security goes over there and is grabbing the guy, and the guy, to toss him out because he was smoking weed, wasn't supposed to. So all of a sudden, I'm standing talking to Kima laughing. Flint appears out of no goddamn where like he a damn genie. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I'm fine. Why? No, I seen security over here. I thought maybe some guy was bothering you and.
Yeah, that's what we did. Anytime. Anybody that we pop up, like, and they'll never know we pop behind them. You good?
Yo, I really, as practice was in there, I was like,
you never know, because we see it, especially me. I see over everything, so I tap somebody. Yo, come on. I tap Bones. Bones will see it. Tap me. Yo, come on. All right, back. Poe. It's nothing. Everybody see when Poe was here before he went to Cali. It was like, where's Poe? And it was like, I don't know. All right, here, I gotta go find him. I'll go find him. Everybody chill. I'll go find him.
You leaving?
Good night, y'all.
All right, bro.
All right.
Pit fight. I'm gonna look at that pit fight now.
You already.
I didn't know you're going against. Y'all just know it's like that.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for him.
He's got next Sunday. He's going to URL PG down in Richmond.
Yeah.
They got that
pay-per-view. It's gonna be pay-per-view. Yeah, it's gonna be pay-per-view. Yep.
Okay. Y'all, somebody send me that link. I might just link up with the homeboys out and check that shit out.
All right, that's a bet. I got you.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right.
Like, it was.
But yeah, Poe was always that's
it's
one
like,
thing.
I'll go find him. Like I'll go find him, especially when we all together. It's like I'll go find him and make sure he's good, and we'll be straight over here in the corner. I promise you. Me and Poe be in the corner somewhere, and then he'll get away and something goes wrong, and then it's like, well, where was he at? He left. He's
like a puff of smoke.
That's right. Yeah.
The flaming cave.
Like, yep. Where the hell this nigga? Where did he go? Oh, he over there. Oh, come on.
But yeah, and that's like, but see, and when I'm at shows, I'm constantly looking around. I'm trying to make sure, okay, you over there, all right, you good, all right. All right, People be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, making sure everybody good.
Everybody good. The second one person, especially with us, the second one person not good, it's all bad. Because everybody's like, all right, we got to make sure he's straight. Because if something go wrong, he going to flip. So it's like, we gotta make sure nobody mess with him, whoever it is. Sometimes it's me. It's like, you just chill on Rebel. Just let Rebel chill. Like, you gotta make sure he good.
Yeah, it's like it's not, the scene's not like it used to be, and I'm hoping that one day it'll get back to some kind of camaraderie, some kind of, you know, everybody is kumbaya, and
hopefully.
If we could get some venues that were like the 5 Seasons, I think.
See, but at the same time, we can't have them like the 5 Seasons, because we got the 5 Seasons up out of there. You know, we gotta have a.
No, what the 5 Seasons got up out of there is because somebody did a free show, and yeah. There wasn't even 10 people in there when that shit happened in the bathroom.
Exactly.
But you know, it's just the simple thing is like, my thing is I had shows and people kept it cool because they respected me. Exactly.
Nobody, when they don't respect the promoters or they don't respect the actual venue, then it's a problem.
Right.
So it's like, these dudes don't have no respect. Like, it's more than just this show going on right here. You messing it up for
everybody.
Everybody, and you've messed it up for everybody.
Well, I heard that Paparazzi is supposed to. Well, it's going under another name because it's supposed to be going under new ownership and management, I think. To see what happens with that. I wish it could have stayed Sonar, but anyway. Clubmate is now open up. I don't know what the name of it is now. I might be still Clubmate, but it's under a new ownership management, new kinds of stuff. Actually, Block Hugger is doing something, I think in February. He's doing something there, but it's a whole different kind of thing. And you know, hopefully there'll be more venues, but like I said, this
instead of actually stay based terrible on the stage, you look like you don't know what you're doing. Cause we are, but we may be. But when we step on, we know the difference between.
Yep.
Wow.
But I shot a music video out there, part of one. Wow. We were doing some footage out there, and it just looked terrible. Like, it just looked terrible. I'm like, y'all need to do something with this. And then I found out like a couple weeks later that it's no longer, like, Hunt's not running it anymore. He didn't renew the lease with them or whatever. Wow. So they didn't want to fix anything.
Oh, yeah.
How you going to get any money if you don't want to fix anything? Yeah. So, well, let me get out of here. Well, it's 9:25. So, I really do thank you for coming through and talking with me and holding a conversation with me. Yes, and we talk about everything. Like I said, I don't even call these interviews anymore. They're conversations with friends, because you learn a lot more about somebody when, you know, you have a conversation. So, plug all your stuff, music, where you find music, the battles, whatever.
Team Cremate, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal. Just type it in, Team Cremate. YouTube, Team Cremate. Facebook, Team Cremate. I think at Team_Cremate on Instagram and Twitter.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But everything's on Audio Mac, everything's on iTunes, everything's on Spotify, Tidal. You can Google me, Pit Fights Rebel. Every pit fight battle that I've ever had is going to pop up, and then every OT battle, Rebel versus, you know, on YouTube, and that should pop up. And, you know, just get familiar. Soon you'll just have to just say Rebel versus on whatever, and everything will just pop up for you. But I'll wait for that. You know, as far as, you know, pitfights.tv, Body Bag Battle League, Baltimore, Maryland. Like, I've said everything I need to say.
Well, I can't wait to hear the news on Sunday that you won.
Yes, I can't either. I can't wait to do what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
And just do my thing. You know, I thank you for having me on here, so I can,
of course.
You know,
like I said, I've been wanting to get you on here for a while. And so next week, what is next week? Oh, I have Frank Lewis on next week.
Oh, old guy, another one of the old men.
Yeah, he's coming through to talk about Frozen Harbor, which I will be photographing on Friday night at Soundstage. And then I will be back on the Saturday because Only and Xavier James are performing at the Tin Roof. So yeah, yeah. So he's gonna come through and talk about it. Him and I have already talked about doing a whole nother interview so we can act like asses. He's gotta be professional in this one, but he's gonna come back, and he said he might come back so I can interview Coasty the bear.
Yeah.
I can only ask yes or no questions because the bear can't talk. This is the kind of shit that him and I talk about.
Yes.
So please tune in next week and hear Frank Lewis, who I call EC to confuse everybody because that's what I know him as. And we're going to talk about Frozen Harbor Festival, which is a 2-day harbor, 160 acts on 10 different stages for 2 days. So
should have had us on there.
Yeah.
160 acts, not one team creep.
On Friday, Saigon and Dragon are going to be at Soundstage, and George Clinton is going to be over at Ram's Head.
Oh, I gotta make sure my mama don't get no tickets. Nope.
Yeah, Parliament Funkadelic. So I thank everybody for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all.
Everybody that tunes in is going to watch this later on. Yeah, so again, I'm going to play my man Bomb, Cold Streets featuring Quentin Randall because it turned fucking cold again.
Ooh.
I need to go live in Arizona. Somewhere warm.
Yeah, something.
So, yeah, so I'll see y'all next Saturday.
Case up.
I love this song. You want to talk about hooks?